Alrighty. Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to Smudcast number 397. Shipping isn't sexualization, featuring Sillyrallly and Veridis Joe. This is a video by Snuggle Thighs Woggy, or I think it's Woggy. And this came out 3 days ago, has about 4,000 views. Her channel is less than 1,000 subs, so pretty small. And this is a 27-minute video. Now, I will say this is hard to watch, as most of these videos are hard to watch for different reasons.
I mean, it's a video really? And this doesn't... It's a video about
This isn't a Veridis Joe video?
No. I guess Veridis Joe's in there. She references a bunch of other people. I don't know who they are. And that's fine, but it goes on, and it's kind of redundant. And the way she speaks and the avatar she uses and her transitions are really questionable. I'm like, why did you make these choices to talk about stuff and to show them visually? Like, it's sort of weird. Anyway, that's you can look away from the screen and listen to her conversation and whatever. So I guess that's okay. I just find it very difficult to pay attention to her and take her seriously. So, and that's coming from yesterday. Where
does she say the N-word?
No, not yet. I don't think so. No. But compared to
maybe that's why
the mess that was yesterday, this is a whole other kind of catastrophe.
Oh God, yeah.
So, luckily, she's a bit of a fan girl in some capacity, just not a stupid one. We'll see. We'll find out. Anyway,
I love the thumbnail's interesting. It says shipping isn't sexualization, and then on the bottom text, right? So it's your opinion is a minor inconvenience.
I don't know what,
but that's just her opinion.
I don't. It's like, hey, let's go see the movie together, and I don't know. I'm laughing hysterically at the movie, and my person with me is like, you're laughing. It's just a minor inconvenience. I'm like, okay, sorry. Find it funny. It's a comedy. What do you want?
Your happiness is a minor inconvenience.
To think the very concept of shipping dates all the way back to the old Star Trek, the original Star Trek.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah.
What a bumpy ride.
So, in case you don't know, this is a weird-looking green-haired avatar of something with purple eyeliner, with gigantic floppy, I guess those are ears?
Is it eyeliner? She looks like she's crying.
I don't know. Those ears look like they're coming out of her neck or so. I don't know what the back of her head.
I don't know.
Is it like
hybrid devil animal? That's what it is.
It's not a rabbit, and then she just put the ears down? Or?
I don't know what those things on top of her head are. Everything's very, very confusing, and I don't want to think about it, so I tend not to look at the screen. But, yeah. Anyway.
I'd say demon cow. Or
demon cow.
I guess.
The demon cow from The Witcher?
Not necessarily from The Witcher, but that's just what it came to me.
Anyway, okay, let's get started.
This video was a long time coming, so sit back.
Okay, so...
Oh my god, this is cursed.
Oh shoot, I didn't even have the volume on. What the...
Okay, so... What I was going to say is her transitions are very, very weird. And you'll see every time she changes her avatar's poses, which are really hard to see because there's no black line art. I can't tell. Are those arms? Is she wearing the grunge look and just covered her hands?
Oh, does she even have arms?
Yeah, that yellow shit is the grunge look.
She has her arms
covered
with
arms. I thought that was her hair.
I think it's covered with a jacket.
Yeah, well, no. It's the grunge look is when you have those things that go up to your wrists and they come up to your bicep. The sweater, whatever you call those things. And I thought she had four arms because from this perspective, those are ears, but I thought she was holding her hands behind her back or her head, but those are ears. So okay,
I don't
also black demon eye.
I'm not sure. Yeah,
everything is freaking
What's the
weird.
other eye?
I don't know.
It has a string. There's a string on her eye. You know that string you pull for dolls and it makes, they say something?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's what it is.
Why
Then
are
what the
her
fuck is
eyebrows
it?
on her hair?
Well,
Don't ask. Don't ask.
Cartoons do that a lot.
Anyway, this makes no goddamn sense, but it's the transitions that hurt me. Just watching them, they're just bizarre. Anyway,
Back and relax as we're going on a ride for this one.
Oh my god, my eyes.
Snuggle Thighs Woggy.
Snuggle Thighs Woggy. What the hell?
Woggy.
Who suggested this video?
that was the most psychedelic, bizarre intro we've had so far. I don't know what any of this shit means.
Is it secretly telling you to kill your roommate, or?
I think secretly poison your roommate with drugs, and they wake up to whatever.
With the woggy, you have to inject it into your thighs. And
What does anyone know what a woggy is? Is that a dog with the W because you're cute?
I don't know.
Snuggle Thighs.
I don't speak gay. Maybe it's gay coded.
Is this her own sexual attribute she has to talk about because that's all she's got is her thighs?
I just found out who suggested this. It was Joe Crazy.
Joe, yeah, thanks, Joe. Thanks, Joe.
Joe.
Thanks, Joe. What a
He's
pal.
always suggesting. Yeah.
Weird shit.
Good God. Okay.
I'm a thank you person.
Recently, I've noticed an issue going around online, and even though I say it like I only just noticed it, but actually it's been a problem that has been going on for years.
Flipping
when it
around
comes
like
to the
that.
shipping
Jesus
of fictional
Christ.
Characters. And
Is she yeah, it's really distracting, isn't it? It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's like
Why
back and forth and back and forth.
Why does she have Dr. Pepper on the table?
It's like she's running around the room or something.
Okay.
Yeah, don't ask.
Okay.
And I decided to bring
Oh,
attention
man,
to
I'm
it
so
as now
lost.
it's come to a head where I just can't ignore it anymore with how bothersome it's become, especially because it's only targeting certain types of pairings. As
Wait,
you know,
what's the
if you've
yellow
seen in
thing
the
around
previous
her
video,
that just
I
came to her
talked about a
face?
Disney Pixar movie called Luca, and to give a quick recap to those who haven't seen
called
it, the
it.
movie is about the friendship of two boys named Luca and Alberto, who spend their summer in the seaside town of Porto Rosso in hopes of acquiring themselves a Vespa so they can run away together. It sounds easy enough, but their issue comes with the fact that the residents of Porto Rosso hate sea monsters, which makes achieving a Vespa a lot harder for Luca and Alberto, seeing as they both have to hide the fact that they are both actually sea monsters. The plot is relatively
So the story isn't about a bunch of guys, it's about a bunch of sea monsters exploring the world.
Hey, sea monsters.
Also, I find a very big issue with the movie. They want to run away. They want to get a Vespa to run away. Can't they just swim away?
Wait, are they kids that turned into sea monsters, or
No,
they
no,
were
no.
sea
No,
monsters?
they're
sea
sea
monsters.
monsters, and they're disguised as kids.
Why?
Okay, now my question is just why the Vespa if they can just swim anywhere?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they get
why turn
tired.
into humans?
It's a transit.
Yeah,
They
they
have
want
to
to
wait.
experience the human world because they're not comfortable with the sea world. I don't know the exact reason.
And
sucks. Just embrace
World
ocean,
sucks.
okay? The sea
No,
is
you-
more
you
interesting
can
than
barely-
human.
Water fucking enters your ears. You can barely hear anything. It sucks. I
You know
hate it.
what?
No.
Better off going
You're
to
not a
Japan.
fish. How would you know? As long as you're not living in an
Exactly, I'm not a
aquarium, I
fish.
guess.
Anyway,
Whatever.
Remind me, when did Luca come out? Last year?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So it came out the same year as B&A. So those two couldn't have just gone to Japan then?
Or wasn't it this year?
Was it this year?
Yeah, because you made a video, right, Smud?
We did cover someone else talking about it before, yeah.
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 Anyway, back to this crazy video.
relatively simple, but that just makes it more charming to both me and the majority of the people who enjoy Luca, because not every movie needs to be an Incredibles or a Ratatouille. It's just the tale of the intimate bond of friendship between two lonely adolescent boys who want to explore what the world has to offer together. Now, that being said, and while that's what the movie was essentially about, that's not what I and quite a few others interpreted upon first.
You just said that's what you thought.
But that's what the movie is. Why would you interpret it in something else? Like, what's wrong with you?
Like, we don't go, hey, this apple, it's so much like an orange. It's like, no.
No, it's not an orange, you dumb bitch.
So she already said what it is. It's like, yeah, you're right. 2 kids running around, having fun, exploring the world, and they happen to be sea monsters. Like, yep, cool, awesome.
That's the story, yep.
But I'm going to think it's something else, and that's totally fine. Fine, okay. See where this goes.
Okay, then if that's how we're going to play this game, I'm going to interpret it as the movie as it is. So you lose, I win.
Yeah.
Yeah. So wait, so she shipped them both, or
I don't know. We'll find out.
like, oh, they
We'll
must
find
be
out.
banging.
I would imagine with a username like Snuggle Thighs whatever is going to be focused on the sex, yeah.
The story is a tale of forbidden love, the kind that has to be hidden in
What?
fear of being forced to be apart because it's viewed as wrong in the eyes of others. And there are too many instances that can't just be brushed off as coincidental with how much it ends up playing off the actual struggles of the life of an LGBTQ plus individual. Things
Who?
What? How are they hiding?
Who's
They have
gay?
gay prides are out there in the street.
Who's gay?
They're still
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
kids,
who's
you
gay?
pedo.
No one's gay in this movie.
They're little kids, you pedo. It's just
They're little kid monsters, okay? What are you talking about?
fucking.
There are too many instances that can't just be brushed off as coincidental with how
Such
much
as?
it ends up playing off the actual struggles of the life of an LGBTQ plus individual.
What are we talking about? It's not this movie. Where is she getting this?
Ugh.
Oh, see, look,
her
it's the mom.
fucking twisted head. That's where.
She like
Oh,
she
no,
said, she
they
interpreted
bad
the movie
now.
this way.
Yeah, but if she's saying this is what happens in these movies, it's like, no, not in general. I don't think so. I've never seen them.
Not really.
Well, that's how you know she's crazy. She wants to interpret it whatever. I interpret it as a film as a cooking show. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because why not?
That's how I interpret pornography when the pizza delivery guy comes over. Just this is usual routine for businesses that do Uber Eats. It's like, yeah, this is what happens. This is normal client-customer
That's an
relations.
interesting topping of meat.
No, I interpreted this as eating fish is cannibalism.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
It's sea monsters are kids. How do you interpret it that way? Like, is Shazam also an LGBT because they have to hide the fact that this kid has superpowers? What is this?
Even with Shazam, there's a best friend relationship. Does she see that as some gay romance?
It's gay.
in Shazam, they're foster kids. They've been raised together. The hell you on?
Yeah, but they're gay man. So
How
Yeah.
they've been raised as if they were brothers.
no,
They treat each other
no
like
brothers.
brothers, man. Yeah, fuck you.
You can't be brothers. You can't be best friends. You can't. You have to be more than that.
And you're a fucking pedo.
All right.
Things such as his parents wanting to send him away after finding out about his secret interests, believing he's wrong for feeling the way he does about the circus. The way that Luca hides the fact that he's a sea monster in fear of not being accepted for who he is after Alberto outs himself. Then there's Alberto's entire jealousy over how close Luca and Julia get, and it's just parallels upon parallels upon parallels, and really
what?
I could go on.
Parallels of two people doing stuff together? Like what does that mean?
Yeah, no. Because
sure?
he's jealous, so he wants to bang.
You sure Alberto isn't being portrayed as a bros before hoes kind of guy?
Yes.
That's what I'm getting out of it.
Well, when you're a little boy, you tend to go, girls icky, and then you kind of laugh at any other boy who's kind of into girls, And then when you grow up, you're like,
cooties mentality. I've always hated that.
I really like girls.
How old are they depicted in the show? They seem to be like 8 or 9 years old, but she's saying young teenagers.
No, they're not.
Are they? I don't know.
I would imagine 8 to 9, maybe 10, around there.
Yeah, not even preteen.
Yeah. Seem kind of small, but okay, fine, whatever. You know, they're monsters. I don't know how these things work, but they're treating on the same level as little kids, so it's like, all right.
For me, everything after the building of the Vespa montage is full of queer-coded elements.
Oh no, they're coded. Okay.
This is shipping. This
Damn
is
word again.
Okay.
Oh Jesus.
So this is something we did when we were watching Ruby the Smut Discord. It's like any shipping, anyone saying anything, anyone being together. If one character is in the same room with another character, it's like the moment they're that, it's like, oh, they bang now, they bang now, they bang now, and that's it. That's literally shipping in a nutshell.
Yeah, but the stupid Ruby fanboys do that with every other episode.
Yeah,
They do it
so
all the time.
you think Ruby originated? That's where it originated from? Like,
No,
this is shipping.
No, I said earlier, it's like, well, shipping originated from the old Star Trek.
Like, that's literally every time. It's like, oh, they bang now? They bang now.
Yeah, it's been a thing for a while now. You know, people love to ship. I don't know why. I think women more often, just because, you know, you always hear stories from them, and guys could just sort of care less, but, you know, I may be wrong.
This is the idea of queer or coding anything is the idea that you're projecting a concept onto an object, that the object has this inherent quality that is then described as, oh, this is implying some sexual attraction or some sexual behavior as a result of that object. It's bizarre. It's like saying, oh,
yeah, and it's like, how do you define that too?
Yeah, he's holding his whatever object promiscuously, or he's tantalizing while he's looking at them. You know, it's like, what? That doesn't mean he wants to have sex with them. He's just being a goofball.
The way he drinks his fruit juice or something.
Yeah, the little boy drinks the water. Oh, it's so suggestive that he wants to have sex. It's like, I don't think so.
Suck that dick.
Only gay people drink it this way.
Very odd.
He
Anyway.
wants to suck it so hard. That's why he's drinking that water that way.
Yeah, he's not.
Remember that extreme homophobe parent that would just say, you know, don't look at him. He might think you're gay. Almost like they're proving them right.
Anyway, here's 5 nuggets. Thanks for the donation there. This woman, you don't understand, you guys. I need to see underage boys to kiss.
Okay. Yeah.
And to think the very first ship ever was Kirk and Spock.
Well, you could say shipping works also between heterosexual relations, but it's any combination. It's like, okay, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, I know it's any combination, but that Kirk and Spock from TOS was literally the first like major ship.
The concept that these 3 people would part of a military command would risk their lives for each other is so unheard of. Therefore, they're sexually interested in each other. It's like, what the? Really, Spock, the guy who has mating urges every 7 years and no other feelings of sexuality. Really?
Yeah, I feel like
there's a reason why the reason. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I feel like the topic of shipping gets ridiculous when people take it too seriously, because then, like, it has to make sense. Like, the 2 people are getting together,
right?
You know, but the people who do the shipping don't think about it in that way. Well, they just want these people to hook up.
And also remember that the original ship of Kirk and Spock, it started as a joke.
Well, when you see the harem animes or the romantic comedy mangas and what have you, it's always between the main character, which is usually a male, and one of the females. It's always like that because there's so many females, you don't know who they're going to end up with, and there's all these wonderful jokes and all these wonderful reasons why. And it's mostly because of the fact that they would work well together. They have much in common. They have a cute dynamic.
Certainly not all shippers. Yeah.
Yeah, but these are romantic comedies. These are harem animes. These are the point. That's like the conclusion you're going to eventually get to, and everyone's guessing, oh, it's probably going to be these two because whatever. So that makes perfect sense. To start throwing random crap at a Disney film with kids is a little creepy. And to say that them doing this behavior is queer-coded is just like, okay, you are not some grand magician or deductive detective that, oh yeah, I know how kids who are gay start off. It's like, no, you don't. You're creeping us out. That's what you're doing.
For that, I see a genuine friendship, but then over the course of the movie, that friendship can be seen as becoming something a bit more without either of our protagonists realizing it. Also, it does...
What? So now she thinks, oh, this is totally happening in the subconscious mind of the protagonist. That he's interested in his friend sexually. It's like, no. That didn't happen. And if it is subconscious, why do I care? Why... If you are such a genius on understanding the subconscious mind of cartoon animated characters or whatever, why should I care? Why is that relevant to the...
Why did the writers have to go, they're not gay? So stop.
Yeah, I think they actually did that, didn't they?
The show literally has to stop for like a character in universe to say, no, they're not gay. Moving on. Yeah. No, that's not how that works.
This is a show for kids. I would get fired if I did that. Leave me alone. You creepy weirdo. Anyway.
You guys are weird. Stop. Get some help.
The weirdos, plural. They're everywhere.
It's about a midnight kiss, and the ending song is about how lonely the city is now that their lover is gone.
Oh, it's a romantic ballad about losing your lover. Wow.
We haven't seen that before.
Yeah, we've never heard of shows, animes or Western animation that have ending and closing songs about love and loss.
No, this is the first time.
It must mean they're gay, of course. What a weird. Oh, maybe if they had like some practice, like fish. They have the very kissy faces, those kissy the goldfish face, and they always bang into each other. Maybe that's a friendly way of saying hi in the underworld of the sea. I don't know, but even then, that would just be a way of saying hi. It wouldn't be sexual at all. So it'd be normal.
Under the sea.
I don't know. Maybe they have some sort of weird handshake.
Under the sea.
I mean, you honestly can't help but think a Little Mermaid in this case.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
Yeah, it's weird, yeah.
Okay.
And how they wish they would come back to them soon. I've seen people get so pressed just by the idea that others interpreted the movie as a metaphor of coming out and legit going out of their way to say some shit that really gets under my skin because
Yeah, because you're a weirdo that wants kids to fucking bang.
Oh god. Yeah, you crazy bitch.
Yeah, I'm sorry that gets under my skin. I don't like pedophilia.
No, but it's not sexualization.
Japan gives no fucks about people like you that want this.
And this is not Japan. This is just the creator of the show. This is just Pixar. Is it Pixar? Yeah.
No, well, shouldn't she bring up? Oh yeah. No, I'm just saying. It's like this is. I'm not. Oh, I didn't say it fully. I meant to say this is why Japan doesn't care about your bullshit. It's like Japan's doing their own thing. It's like I said, as opposed to
Yeah, they're crazy.
Starts to bring up anime. Yeah, she's.
I'm just bringing up that I'm glad Japan doesn't bend the knee to this kind of shit. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, thank God. I have a question. Are the yellow things her hands?
Yes.
What about the things over her shoulder?
She has like a sweater there.
As I was saying at the start, those are her ears based off the artwork from the
ears.
Yes.
My God, that doesn't look like ears.
You can't even tell those are hands or arms or like they're just blocks of color. The outline does not exist. It's like there's no black. Usually when you draw things, you have an outline to showcase what the hell a thing is, like a finger or a nose. Like, where's her nose? I don't know. It's there somewhere. I can't.
She doesn't even have a normal eye. She doesn't even have normal eyes.
Everything looks
That
retarded.
fucking eye.
Everything here, I don't know what I'm looking at. The hair color is scary. It reminds me of one of those cross-dressing whatever men, drag queens. They have a crazy, obnoxious hair. It's the eyes
green
that
ice cream, maybe.
freak me out. The upside-down ice cream horns, whatever the fucking hell those are on her head. Everything is creepy.
It does look like ice cream. It looks like ice cream cones
Yeah,
just
they're
shoved into your
horns.
head.
What's up with
Doesn't
the
look like
waist?
you.
Why is it so tight? Isn't that unrealistic beauty
It looks-
standard?
Those fucking horns look like fucking dicks sticking out. Look at this fucking head.
I'm not gonna question why you think that, but okay.
I mean, if we're trying to guess, for me they look like Venus flytraps or something.
They're
Yeah, so if
Why
you
is
didn't
she
see the
wearing
thumbnail,
shorts?
I thought she had 4 arms, then okay, they're ears.
Yeah.
That's forward. That would have made more sense.
at least fucking.
Anyway,
Of
They
how
bang
they
now.
present their evidence
It's over.
on how it couldn't possibly be the case. And to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, I'm gonna use the very obviously TikTok famous heartthrob of a man that goes by
TikTok?
Chad Crush.
Okay. First things first. This is going against your opinion. There's nothing personal here, and if you have a problem with that, you shouldn't be on the internet to begin with. Now that that's out of the way, let's fucking talk about this. To start off, the director of this movie literally states that they aren't gay. If you have a problem with that, I really don't know why the fuck you're watching this movie then.
Fun fact, delete.
What is wrong with what he said? I don't understand.
Yeah, he's absolutely right.
An
Why
objective
do people
statement.
like her and Tabernacle
as fuck.
have to paint these normal comments as so outrageous and unrealistic? And it's like, why? They must be
correction.
crazy.
Tabernacle wouldn't say outrageous. We'd say ridiculous.
Yeah, but he said the same. He tried to show comments of God of War. People actually have legitimate criticisms about Fat Thor, and he tries to paint it off as like, oh, it's so outrageous. It's how could some normal person think like this? It's like,
well, even if the creator said, well, I always had that in the back of my mind, and I wanted to do that, but if you look at the show, there's no elements of that. There's no elements of flirting. There's no elements of sexual suggestion, and that would just not fly. You cannot make a kids show with those things. It just doesn't work.
if that was the
You mean
case,
the
yeah.
movie?
Why
You mean the movie or something else?
Well, no, you can't make a
Movie.
thing for kids that has all this sexual innuendo to this degree where you think, oh, there's all these elements of sexualization. It's like, nope. No, there isn't. It's a bunch of kids running around. having
might as
fun.
well just make them adults, yeah.
You-
If you want to go that direction.
To think these ways are just bizarre. That these people, like, I would imagine at least one animator on the team would go, like, wait a second, I'm drawing what now? Pelvic thrusts from a 7-year-old? Are you kidding me? What's happening in this scene? What's going on that he's doing that? Is he exercising? No, he's trying to give the illusion that he wants to have sex with someone. Like, no, I'm not drawing that. There's no way. This is bizarre.
At that
shit.
point, you just go, here's my resignation letter. I was going to give it
Yeah,
up.
no, this
2
would
weeks
not
earlier.
fly. It would be the actual workers. It would be the director. It would be the producer. They'd be like, no, we can't do that. There's no way. Anyway, here's Tyler Preston. Thank you, sir. So it seems that familial love is no longer a thing. Storge was murdered by the rabid Fujoshis. Also, Smud, I've been watching Reboot, and I gotta say, you Canadians can make pretty awesome cartoons. Reboot's fun. I love it. And you have to think, Reboot
nice.
was made, like, I don't know how they managed to pull off those graphics for their time period. And you can tell how bad they are, like how, like, certain things they just couldn't do. And I'm just impressed with what they got. They're able to come up with at that time frame, because we're talking about I think it was an episode a week. So the rendering time and all the opportunities to fix things, and just crazy stuff for mainframe. Anyway,
For the movie, I can confirm that the director of Luca, Enrico Casarosa, it's like when he said, "No, the movie is not gay." It's like that was everywhere when that came out, and it's like these people. It's like the guy was absolutely right. It's like he just straight up said it. The director came out and said, "No, they're not gay," but then these stupid people keep whining and bitching because they don't get what they want, and that's the problem.
They can't take no for an answer. Isn't that weird?
It's like the director came out right out of the gate like that, say no, they're not gay. Moving on.
And then they want to make fun of people who just state objective facts. It's okay.
Yes, and that story was everywhere when that came out. But with that said, let's keep going.
All right.
The creator himself has said that people are allowed to have any kind of interpretation they want about Luca. The only one who has a problem here is you. So if you think it's
no,
it's you.
You
That's
have the problem. You see sexuality where none exists. Why is that?
You've even stated that you personally see it this way, when that's not the case.
And if everyone's interpretation is subjective, then who the hell cares? What's the point?
Yeah, it doesn't even make any sense.
If that's the case, why are you listening to him? Nothing matters. The director's opinion means nothing. He's wrong. My interpretation means everything. It's like, what?
Either he's wrong or he's lying, because he has to appease these people, so he has to bullshit their way of thinking, pretty much. It's the same thing with Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill said, if you want to view Luke Skywalker as gay, then choose to do so. But I know it's just because all these freaks don't stop. They don't ever let up about this.
Yeah, but the point of Mark saying that's like, if you want to see the character a certain way, go right ahead. But the fact of the matter is that he's not.
Okay, here is Wide and Nerdy. Thanks for the 5. Why does she have cat ears on top of her head and floppy pink dog ears under her hair? I only got the detail from her opening picture. Okay.
No, those are horns on the top.
Supposedly horns, and which implies the bottom part of the horns are her head. I don't know how that works.
Those are not horns. Those are demon.
Is her brain sticking out?
She's a demon.
I don't know.
She's from hell. We'll see her when we die.
We'll just see the drawing of her.
Wow, I think you may have saved my life. I think I will prolong my life as long as I can to never see this demon from hell.
All right, let's go.
A story about friendship. It totally is. A story about embracing who you love despite their gender. It is. A story about...
No, it's a bunch of kids on an adventure.
It's... You pedophile psycho bitch.
Yeah.
Calm the fuck down.
If anything, you might want to go the racial or species route, where they see people as regardless of their species. That's kind of the lesson of the movie, I'd imagine, if you're talking about mermaids or some sort of sea creatures wanting to be with the humans. It's not about sex.
God. No, they bang now. It's over. They bang now. They bang now.
Which is a pretty good lesson for
They fly
kids.
now.
I mean, you should accept people for what they are and appreciate them for how they can help out in your life.
No, you got to think about the superficial. You got to think about their gender. You got to think about their race. You got to think about their political.
What's under their fucking? What's between their legs? That's the most important part.
Yeah, does it dangle? Is it
ding dong or is it a hole?
That's all these people care about. Yeah, I can't imagine what they teach their kids. It's scary, really.
It's like they both have ding dongs. Like they bang, they fly now. No, I mean they bang now. It's over.
Yeah. Anyway.
Being outside racism. If that's how you interpreted Luca, then that's what the movie is about. When you first watch...
Yeah, I think Luca is an attack helicopter, so it's all about killing children with drone attacks.
Yes.
There you go.
Via Barack Obama.
Yes, I blame Barack Obama. 2021.
I think Luca is Nazi propaganda, and it's telling me to kill the Jews.
It's all interpretive, guys. Everything's just whatever. It's great. Here's Francis Bortocopla. Thanks for the 1. Submissive and breedable? No, dude. Doctor said my kidneys are degenerative and untreatable. Also, these retards have a schizophrenic delusion for a thing and then get made when the creator doesn't share their delusion. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I need to add that to my list. That's great.
Why didn't
I love it.
That is a good question.
The director said it's one way, but he also said you can interpret it any way you like. It's like, yeah, you can be a retard. I agree. You can do whatever you want.
What was it? That YouTuber we watched early one day where he said, whenever you're making a story, just go with whatever.
Do whatever you want. It's fine.
Yeah, do whatever you
That's
want.
great.
It's fine. It's a good
Become
rule.
a helicopter.
Just imagine anything and write it down. I'm sure that'll work out fine.
Blow up innocent civilians. Do it. dare you.
Yeah. Oh
The
boy.
movie, you'll end your own interpretation that's sometimes not even the creator intended, but that doesn't change the way you saw the movie, as in your mind it played out a certain way. And despite what some people might
Oh my
say
God.
otherwise, that doesn't make
Yeah, when you look at the
You know what? You know
chalkboard,
what?
it says 2 + 2 is
That-
5. You go, oh, that's right. Yeah, that sounds perfectly right. I saw it on the chalkboard. Must be right.
You know what? That explains her intro. When you see her intro, it looks like she's fucking high. So she can't even fucking process reality. That's
Arguments
why
like
she's
these is
stupid.
why I really hate Death of the Author. It's just
Wait, what's Death of the Author about? I keep getting mixed up about it. Is it like it doesn't matter what the author says? It
yeah.
matters?
The gist of it is that what the author says doesn't matter.
Well, it depends because, like, for example, like I've said before, if the author says, "Oh, they're not gay," and say this movie actually makes them bang, oh Jesus, what have I
It
done?
depends
Which it
on
doesn't, thank God.
it depends on how foregone
like-
the comments of the author are. If they are like, oh well, clearly the Matrix is a transsexual metaphor. It's like no.
No, then yeah, it's not. That wasn't the intent, and it's not the intent. That's
For
not-
me,
that's not what it
for me, since I was a teenager, it's like Death of the Author has always been a case by case thing, and for good reason. It's like I said, if it's something that's way out there that an author says about their work, it's like, no, that's not what the movie says. That is
Yeah,
very
'cause
clearly not there. Then of course, Death of the Author ain't gonna is like, yeah, totally, but
Yeah,
not always.
yeah. At the end of the day, it's just like you have to look at the finished product. If it is what it is, there's nothing you can change about that. Unless if they.
Yeah. For me, whether or not Death of the Author applies to any kind of product, the first thing I'm going to look at is the product itself. And if the author's intentions for it, what they say is the intentions for it, if it lines up with what people pretty much already know about, that I've found within the product, and it's like, okay, I can let it slide. If it's implied, if there's a hint of what they say in the product, then okay, I can kind of follow you there. But if it's something like way out there that was never meant to be in here in the first place, that isn't even shown, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like I said, like if what the author says it directly contradicts on what the show or movie shows to the audience, then I'd say okay, then what the author says is invalid regardless. Like for example, if you have like, these boys, I was like, oh no, they're women, right? It's like they're clearly not.
Yeah.
Well, I like to give
Wait,
the
never mind,
example
trans.
of Blade
Kill
Runner
me.
with the multiple iterations of Blade Runner and all the changes that cause the movie to feel different. When you actually have the scene with the unicorn, that's a dream, and dreams are supposed to be interpretive. So if the author says, "Hey, this means this," it's like, well, that is as much valid as anyone else's interpretation of that unicorn scene, because that's the point. It is supposed to be whimsical and weird, and where does this fit into the movie? It doesn't. It literally doesn't. Now, some people say it does. I would argue most subjective and interpretive scenes are exactly the point, to either clear your mind for a bit or focus on the whimsical for a bit and then go back to reality. So, but the problem with that is Blade Runner was kept getting re-released and redone and remastered, and it's like, okay, what's going on here? Why are there so many versions? And are we just trying to be artsy fartsy? Are we just trying to make a buck? What more can you do to relive your glory of that movie? So there are times when it's fine, but for the most case, if you can't figure out a scene, chances are the storytelling itself isn't very good, And you should never have to go to the creator and say, what do you mean by this scene? So that's not how you should get your answers. You should never have to go to the creator for your answer. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It any less true of how you yourself perceived it.
You make the point with Carl and Ellie that they're kids and are in a relationship. Yeah, because they were friends. Clearly, you missed the rest of the part of the movie in the beginning where they proceed to become more than friends later on in their lives and marry and have a happy relationship. These two are 14 and 15-year-old boys, and you're obsessing with the fact that you want them to be gay.
Okay, so the difference between Carl and Ellie / Luca and Alberto is in Up they started off as friends and their relationship grew over time, right? Who's to say that even if we don't see it for Luca and Alberto this...
Oh, dude. Oh, no.
Compare these two different situations.
There is a difference.
There.
We're talking about, I don't know how many years, right? Let's say 30. 30 years passed by. You know, they got married. They bought a house. They built a house. I can't remember exactly. And they wanted to have kids, and they can't.
Built it, yeah.
You know,
I think they didn't build the house. I think it's literally the same house they met in at the very start.
And then they were fixing it up.
They rebuilt. They refurbished it. Yeah. And that from there, they had the plan to actually go ahead with trying to make it to whatever the waterfall was called. I forgot. I apologize. But it's like they actually went out of their way to actually attempt to go through with that, to actually make the trip over there eventually when everything was ready to go. But yeah, like you said, not only did they try to have kids, but they couldn't, but also Ellie died. So everything just fell through blatantly.
Yeah. We're seeing a 50 or 60 year timeline in like however many minutes that ran.
I think like roughly 10 minutes.
That's not the same as 2 hours of just two kids just going on these adventures.
Exactly. There's really, like, in any possible sense, there's really no comparison between these two pairs of people.
Mm-hmm.
Quite honestly, there's nothing there whatsoever.
Yeah, because we see them from kids, and then the next scene is them as adults. There's a lot of time that we didn't get to see. That maybe it took a while.
Especially for Carl and Ellie.
It took a while.
Exactly. Especially for Carl and Ellie.
Yeah.
There's no comparison. Plain and simple. We can just keep going.
All right.
Same couldn't be said for them. That's the fun thing about having headcanons. You can legit have a headcanon about anything.
It's a wrong headcanon, period.
Yeah, but that
also, if you don't know what a headcanon is, it's based.
But that doesn't mean there can't be blatantly wrong, blatantly stupid headcanons.
Yeah.
Let's just see how she explains a headcanon before I actually say any more.
Is she gonna explain headcanon though?
Basically, ideas that fans create about works of media that aren't explicitly supported in the actual writing. Pretty much taking things that actually come from the text and spinning an idea around it that makes sense. An example, for instance, could be saying Rainbow Dash from My Little Pony has ADHD.
Oh god, why that show?
That's a pretty common one for that.
Did you see the Catman? Oh my god, I was just watching that earlier with somebody.
Anyway,
this is sinful.
Meanwhile, the same guy that complains about the other guys watching Ruby.
This is a sin.
Well, I was.
Let's go on.
It's better than Ruby. I mean, it's just weird. So,
it is Ruby, but still, moving on.
Anyway.
But it's better than Ruby.
Shares some similarities of a person who has ADHD. Don't get it twisted though. Just because people believe in that headcanon doesn't suddenly make it true, because at the end of the day, it's still fanon and not a part of the actual canon. But that doesn't mean you can't enjoy it to your absolute heart's content, because headcanons is just another way to show your love for your favorite works of fiction.
You essentially just debunked your entire argument right there. What you're basically saying is that what you think of the relationship between Luke and Alberto is your own personal headcanon that you want to be true. I can't be the only one that picked up on that.
Well, she is saying that you can enjoy it any way you want. It's like, yes, that's true. You can. That's fine. Anyone can do that with anything. doesn't make it true. That's also fun.
Exactly. It's exactly my point.
And if you start talking about the queer code and they go into details, then we're going to be laughing at you because you think this is sexual when they, fall over on each other because they're trying to start an engine or something.
But love.
I don't even think.
What is love?
Like, what is headcanon? Like, what do you have headcanon about?
Headcanon is like a theory, and that's it.
Like Breaking Bad, like, you can have theories about what that fly represents, is it Walt's subconscious? Is it the universe at large, it's just the random things just happen? You can have those kinds of theories. You can't just be like, oh, well, Breaking Bad's a comedy. I don't know why.
That's my headcanon. Breaking Bad is a comedy.
It's a comedy.
Let's not even forget the fact about literally the whole headcanon in and of itself that I've heard people have of supposedly Walter White didn't actually die at the end. And
that was funny.
I'm pretty sure he's dead and gone, guys. Get over it.
Oh, and then guess what? They made a movie, and then surprise, surprise, he's dead. He's still dead.
Well, I do like when writers try and fill in the blanks, and they say, "Okay, this is what I think happened," and they get authority to do so. So we see, comic books and short books or short story books or novella books. That's great. It's like, okay, we want to provide a product that maybe other people were thinking about what actually happened between episodes or the time skips or whatever with other side characters. And that could be cool. That could be fun to write. That could be fun to make and watch and read. In most cases that I've seen, though, they've been really bad. They've been kind of stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes to show you just how bad the authors are. This is like a layup for a writer. Let's do a short story or a novella of a thing which has already been described for me, and I just got to fill in the blanks. I just got to make it more interesting. I got to give some details. What did Shyala do in between Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3? What happened between the time skip when Shepard was dead? What did Liara do? There's all these wonderful stories because you have the characters. They're all fleshed out for you. You have them just given to you with full freedom. And we get horrible comic books. We get horrible, bug-ridden, lore-breaking stories. And ridiculous animations with that anime of Paragon Lost or whatever the freaking hell it was called. Stupid stories that should never have seen the light of day, or the premise should never have been greenlit. They were so bad.
Yeah, we only really got one decent DLC out of it.
I'm trying to think which one.
Shadow Broker.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I was thinking of like
the Shadow Broker. The one good thing to come out of exploring that whole time skip between 1 and 2.
Yeah,
at least in my
drama
opinion.
between Liara and Shepard and why she was the way she was and yada yada. Yeah, arguably the best part of the series.
And yes, and you know what happened? A lot of people ended up skipping out on that, and there was a massive what the fuck in Mass Effect 3 in terms of her character.
Well,
what the hell happened?
I think what precipitated it was all the people were complaining that she could potentially be your love interest. She could potentially be helping you out, and all she wants you to do is scan some consoles or something. And Shepard actually brings that up as a line of dialogue because a lot of people were like, "What the hell's wrong with Liara? Why is she doing this? This is a completely different character. What happened?" Like something must have happened in 2 years that this extremely old race of aliens would have such a shift in personality that something serious must have happened to her. And it was, but we didn't get to see that. We got to see the aftermath. And in the comic book, she was insane. She was like this overpowered flying cannonball just wrecking people. And you're like, what? That's not Liara. That's not right. She's not a superhero.
That's not how we found her.
Yeah, something happened there. And then there's, of course, the ridiculous giant Turian. What the hell was his name? Just this twice as tall, muscular, like huge, muscle-bound.
A Yag?
Not the Yogg, no. This was an actual Turian, but he was like twice as big and twice as wide. And he's like, 10 times as wide. He was gigantic. And I was like, no, this is... I know there's genetic stuff that they're playing with, but this is too much. You're going too far.
I can only recall the Turian Krogan hybrid that the Reapers made being that that size.
Sure.
I don't remember an actual Turians being that size.
Right, but
I just don't know.
that
I don't
comic
remember
book
any of that.
was all done by Mac Walters, and this goes to
Fucking course.
Of course.
Of course.
So obviously, this is what happens when a writer thinks he could do more than what he's been given before, and when you're left to your own devices and you are the master of your own ship or whatever you want to use as an analogy, you screw up bad. It's a horrible comic.
It all goes back to Mac, doesn't it?
Yeah. Anyway.
Fucking hell.
Headcanon can be good when you're like, hey, what happened with this or that? And let's fill in the blank. So a writer would actually do the job, not, oh, I think Superman flew off and became a god and lived forever, like in All Stars. Like,
I think Superman committed suicide.
Or whatever.
I think Superman caused 9/11.
There's lots of dumb headcanon out there with superheroes, but anyway. Let's get back.
By literally obsessing with wanting middle schoolers to be gay. Where have I heard this before with a fan base?
Oh, wow. You think the My Hero fan base is trash because people ship same-sex pairings? Color me shocked and call me Boggles.
You're Boggles. Hi.
It's not obsession.
Why are you pretending to be sassy?
My guy. I think that
it is an obsession. You guys don't shut up about it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I gotta talk like a Californian girl. Oh my god!
It's pathetic. You won't shut up about it. You make dumb fanfics about it. You draw gross art about it.
Yeah, you should be in the kitchen making me a sandwich.
Or making yourself a
if
sandwich.
You can even do that right. Yeah.
having to gate a children's movie because you're so disgusted by the fact they see representation in two characters that...
No, it's not representation. You are sexualizing stuff that doesn't exist and implying it should, which is retarded.
Yeah, you're right. I want to gatekeep pedophiles out. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, let's try to keep Disney as family oriented as possible, please. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be great for future generations too.
If they want to do like what do you call that? Like Adult Swim style animation, let them do it. Great, but then we know the genre and then we know the content, so we don't have to guess what it's going to be. So if they wanted to branch out and do more adult stuff, I don't care. Go for it, Disney. But it's not here. It's definitely not here.
Hell no.
You didn't create as such a big deal when really it's not. People of the LGBTQ plus community don't get a lot of representation.
I don't care. I really don't care.
The representation argument.
Don't give a crap.
Think of the representation.
I don't care if Luca is a brown, orange, whatever. It doesn't bother me. There's nothing to do with the story.
Lady, if you want to be represented, if any LGBT people want to be represented, go out there and be represented then. Stop waiting for somebody else to do it for you.
If anything, the story is set in a Mediterranean sea fishing village, which is like olive-skinned, Italian, Tunisian, Greek, whatever, even Spanish maybe. I don't know, exactly what the language was, but it felt Italian, it felt Portuguese-ish. So that's the representation. What's wrong with that? Are you saying that's bad? Why do we need to throw in more representation? How much representation is good enough for you? What's the quota?
Hey, what about Egyptian representation? What the fuck?
Yeah, so we got I don't know.
I don't care about
Mediterranean.
So we got we got some Egyptians in there, let's say, and it's not enough. We got some Chinese as well and some Persians.
Not enough.
You got to throw them all in there. Just keep throwing more like Peruvians. Keep throwing them all in there. Just random cultures just together. Will that be enough? How much is enough?
What about attack
nothing is enough.
helicopters?
Nothing is enough for these
I want my representation in there too.
I mean, what are you?
Attack helicopter. We need to have some attack helicopters.
Oh, Predator drone.
Yeah,
a nuclear bomb.
Come on,
Donald Trump needs to be there because I identify as Donald Trump.
Identify as a salt bomb.
Once you start doing stuff like that, though, it becomes a farce.
Identifies as Orange Man.
The show becomes a farce when you start throwing stuff in for the sake of it. And now they're saying, well, they don't get enough representation. It's like, I don't care if they do or don't. That's not in the story. What does that get? What would that do for the story? If Lucas suddenly reveals he's attracted to whatever, what would that do? That would confuse the hell out of everyone. It's like, what the hell, Luca? We're trying to, have an adventure. Why are you talking about your romantic feelings? Like, that's weird. Why would it would be an odd reveal? It would have another element to it for no reason, for about a kids having an adventure. They're sea monsters.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you don't do. You don't start adding plot lines because it doesn't help things. It confuses the story. It confuses the character, confuses the audience. Luca wants to have...
Yeah, the kid just wants to have a fun adventure. Why are you trying to limit their fun?
Yeah, their whole goal, the simple of the story is they want to have fun. They want to explore the world, and they think that involves riding a bike for some reason.
Because they never experienced the bike.
Right,
never went to
it's
the
new.
surface. These fish people.
And I don't know if it's in the. I haven't watched the film, but they have to realize they have to mix the gasoline with the oil and pour it into the engine block and all that stuff. It's hard to set up once you have a Vespa. But
the conclusion they come to like having fun with all that shit is like just to have the human experience, which includes the bike and all that.
I would rather have a simple story about a bunch of weird alien creatures trying to be human, and that's it. Just trying to fit in. Gay. Just trying to what does it mean to be human? That's it. Then
exactly. Yeah. Great.
What does it mean to be human? Gay.
Like that's complicated enough. And then to put in this romantic undertone between underage kids is like, wait a sec, why would you do that? What is this weird message?
Why do you think TNG never had Data hooking up with anyone outside of a joke?
That would be weird for Data. That would be Data's like trying to figure himself out, and now he's going to dedicate himself to some person for the sake of it. Like, that'd be weird.
Yeah, that's why they never like legitimately went through with it, because he's like, as he says, he's an android, and he's exploring the human experience. That's part of why they never went that far with him.
Even the relationship between Troy and Worf was kind of like off to the side for the sake of it just being there in a few episodes. It was never explored.
Literally the last few episodes of season 7.
Yeah.
Close to the finale.
And I'm not even sure why they did the same thing in Voyager with 7 and 9 and Chakotay. That was like 2 episodes. The last 2 episodes. And it made no sense.
One was even more, that one was out of nowhere too, yeah.
Yeah, why do that? Really? Why would you want to throw in this romantic undertone where it never existed before, comes out of nowhere, has no bearing on anything?
And at the end of the show.
Yeah, where the story is about the goal, which is to get home. And they got home, and all of a sudden they're hooking up. It's like, why? That makes
maybe that's why she looks like this fucking lady girl alien thing. Like, what does it mean to be human? Gay.
DS9 is the one time where that actually worked because they established it as something that's been there since the very fucking beginning.
Yeah, there was an attraction between Dax and Worf, and Dax has this history of Klingon culture. She loves it. She sees this big man come in who's awesome. She's attracted to him. He's obviously into her.
Well, actually, I meant Bashir.
Bashir and Dax?
Bashir and Dax.
I see.
Because there was always there was that friendship, there was that camaraderie since the beginning, but it only went as far as like a very loyal, very good, close friendship.
Right.
But by the time Ezri came in, that changed the dynamic completely between the two.
Everyone liked Dax. Like, everyone was attracted to Dax. She was wise and smart and sexy and all these things. And when she was gone, they were like, holy shit, like, we just lost this incredible person. And then she walks in the door the next day and you're like, what?
And they do, well, at least in terms of the relationship with Bashir, they do explore that aspect of that change in the character very well.
They never quite knew what to do with Bashir. That was kind of obvious when they discovered.
At first, they slowly but surely started figuring out what to do with him, and it was all the better for it.
When they screwed up his genetic background, they sort of downplayed that because they didn't know what they were doing. It's like, okay, now they're playing with that concept. He's illegal. At least the basic gist of it is that
it's partly because of the eugenics wars that it's like that shit wasn't supposed to happen, but they did it anyway. They at least like put the nail on the coffin on that in terms of like they stated that that's why it happened. But
even the actor was like, "Oh, I'm an augmented person. That would have been nice to know," stuff like that. So the writers obviously didn't plan out everything all at once, but when they did implement it, then they actually expanded upon it and had time to do so. So anyway,
just to end that point, at least in my opinion, Bashir got better after they did that.
Obviously,
yeah. But anyway,
okay, let's keep going. Francis Board Coppola, thanks for the one. The concept of representation is such a narcissistic mindset to have. Also, this girl sounds like she's barely 14, so why are her folks allowing her to make YouTube videos? Well, I don't really care what she does with her time, but good Lord, that artwork. Try harder, please.
If I was her parent, I'd just burn the
artwork in the background, as bad as it is, looks better than her avatar. Why?
I just wanted to add one more thing. She says that they don't get much representation. It's like, just go to Netflix. They get a lot of representation. It's been happening. Just go watch that. Stop it.
Why is she semi-transparent? I don't understand that. Her body is not fully there. What the fuck?
Well, she's entering the room, as you see.
Yeah, she's
so for some reason
she has 100%. I don't know, maybe horizontal transition every time she enters. She just zips across the room every time.
Maybe she doesn't have a door. She's just phasing through. That's her power. I don't know.
These color schemes are just ugh. Anyway.
While over the years, shows have been getting a lot better about including LGBT elements and things, it's still few and far in between, so I don't really see an issue with people seeing Luca as representation, especially when it's...
I see someone as representation? That's not a verb. What are you talking about?
How do you see I don't know. It doesn't even make it.
I see representation. What is that?
Wait, so you seeing myself being represented, or?
Yeah, being a retarded pink alien anime chick. Yeah. Good God.
It's not even hurting anybody.
And no, I don't give a fuck if it's shipping either. They're fucking 14 and 15-year-old, you fucking pedophile.
Speaking of hurting people, do you know how damning it is to call someone...
Wait.
Oh my God.
What is wrong with that? She's taken offense to being called a pedophile?
Yeah, because it's true. Because it's true.
Yeah, it's almost like it's
Without proof? You're really trying to cancel shippers of Luca and Alberto just because they ship two boys that are in the same age group, that is 13 and 14. Yet you're pretty quiet when they ship Luca and Julia because they're the same age, right? Okay, alright. I see what you mean. If that's the case, hey, Miraculous fans, you're a bunch of pedophiles for wanting Marinette and Adrian to end up together because there is no such thing as young love, so you're...
I love this. If I'm a pedophile, you're a pedophile, so...
If I'm a pedophile, so are you. I'm taking you down with me.
So a boy and a girl in a room reading a book or something, whatever they were doing in the movie, is romantic? When? When does that happen in the movie?
Where are the shippers for the straight hetero?
I don't know.
It's dumb either. It doesn't matter. I haven't seen that. It's not a story about romance.
I don't know.
I don't know. No, they have to everything because to her anything. If two people are in the same room, they bang now. It's over.
Yeah,
they probably even got a baby.
Surprise! I just don't want to see kids bang for some reason. I don't care if it's hetero, gay, or lesbian. I just don't want to see it. I've yet to hear these shippers of the heterosexual kids.
All you have to do, if you like this thing, admit that you like these sorts of stories that are not sexual. It's like, oh yeah, this is in my head. This is all in my head. Which she kind of already stated was already in her head. And that's all the only place it existed. Right. So it's like, all right, so you're admitting you want them to be sexual. They're not, but you want them to be, and that's your fetish, or that's your kink, or whatever. That's all you need to do is accept that. Because that's everything else is semantics. If you don't like, they're pedophiles. It comes down to you want them to be sexual.
Hello, Mark.
Yeah. Hi, Mark.
Hey, Mark. How you doing?
I'm doing. I heard about pedophiles and I had to come.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Our resident.
It triggered you.
Yeah,
Pedos? Where?
Belong on the guillotine, pretty much.
She's trying to defend herself for being a shipper. It's like, oh god.
By claiming we're pedophiles too. We're all pedophiles.
And it has Veridis Joe as well.
We're waiting.
Has he had his segment already on?
Yeah, let's see. We're still waiting. We don't know, but we're gonna find out.
No.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
By the way, let's wait. No, let's wait when she appears. I just noticed something.
Okay.
Aren't allowed to ship them together because shipping is sexualization. In fact, that goes for
It
the
is.
entire writing staff of Miraculous and the.
Do you understand the concept of romance? You understand?
You know what? Yeah, I'd rather. Yeah, why do you have to call it shipping? Just are they in a romantic relationship?
When I
not?
see people mention shipping, they say, "I would like those two to get together," not "Oh, they are," or they're making these undertones of sexuality. It's like, no, not really. You could argue in a romantic comedy of teenagers who are working together on a common problem or going out on a date. You could call that romance to a degree, and you say, "Hey, I see those two people together in the future." That's fine, and people call that shipping. Now, with kids shows, I don't know how far you can take that verb. That doesn't sound right.
No, the problem is I'm at this point where like usually when you say shipping, it's usually sexual. It's like 9 times out of 10 it's sexual nowadays. Like, they just look at us. We're all in the same server. Now we're all banging.
Well,
that's shipping. We're all shipping now.
When
we're
I
in a
read
5-cell.
or watch a show that's a romantic comedy, the nature of the romance is already established, meaning they are just hanging out as people and they're getting along, and the girl kind of has some feelings for him. She gets kind of shy. He kind of has some feelings for her, but that's it. When someone says, "I ship these two," meaning they're probably going to get together in the future. Not anytime soon, but it's going to get there eventually. And they like the story because it's a romantic comedy. It's drama. It's everyday scenarios of men and women or boys and girls getting to know each other. It's not, these people are going to go have sex tomorrow. It's like, no, they're not. That would really ruin the story. That would really change the dynamic. The genre be like slice of life and all kinds of other things, because now reality hits you really hard. So no, most of those stories are romantic comedies for a reason, and they wouldn't jump the ship like that. So no, when people say shipping, they mean within the confines of the story. They don't mean it's a harem. And even
I'm trying to think of like in kids shows, like when specifically with kids, like the most you can get with is just maybe a boy and a girl like each other. Like I understand kids like each other sometimes, but I don't know what happens. But I don't know. It doesn't go that far. You know, like have you ever seen it? Like, what's the most you could do with that?
For like little kids, like best friends or school kids, it's usually carrying them on their back when they're hurt, or playing.
That's shipping. They're fucking now. You're gonna fuck. It's over.
No.
Ritual ship.
They beg now.
No, I mean seriously, because it's just I don't know. Like.
Well, sometimes it's the reverse, where the girl's defending the guy from bullies, and she's really strong as a little girl. It's kind of cute. It's always some childhood friend. That's one of the many stereotypes in these romantic comedies in anime and manga, where there's the exchange student, there's the childhood friend, there's the vice president or the president of the student council, there's the know-it-all, there's the lazy or a lazy person in school but really good at track and field person, and that's usually the harem sort of scenario. But even the term harem does not mean he's banging all these women. It's just, no, he's a guy surrounded by women. Because that's the reason why you read it. You see, oh, who's going to end up with who? I don't know. There's so many. They all get along.
Yeah.
So here's Strawman for the 10, the Australian 10 or the American 10. I don't know. The only shipping I care about is the Titanic and the Evergreen cargo ship that got wedged in the Suez Canal. And last words were, "You're too big, Evergreen, Oni-chan." Jeez.
This is the only ship I approve of this ship.
That's why that Titanic sunk. There you go.
Jeez. Okay, we're 7 minutes in. This is taking way too long.
Readers well, as a big plot of Miraculous is literally about how in love the main characters are with each other. Do you see how that doesn't work? You can't just throw around the word pedophile like that, as it's really awful to say about people who are simply just shipping characters because they think it's cute or wholesome. If shipping is such a
cute and wholesome between Pixar boys.
Kids, yeah.
Isn't that the movie that even the director came out and said, like, this is fucking disgusting? Like, I had like not a single intention about this.
Yeah, we said that earlier. It's like the director literally came out and said, "No, they're not gay." Case closed.
Exactly.
But he also said, if you can interpret it that way, then that's fine or whatever.
Yeah, no, but what he said is like, if you interpret it that way, that's fine, but they're not.
Yeah.
Just don't take that too seriously. You can see it that way if you want, but that's not what it actually is.
Yeah, if you're a retard, go look at it that way, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why she brought up Miraculous, because
it rhymes with ridiculous.
Well, there is
teenagers though.
There is a Pixar short called Out. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. It came out last year, and we talked about Pixar shorts before, and it's specifically about a gay couple. So they can do the content, and done it, yes. And it's not sexual. They're just, it's a gay couple. Whoop-de-doo. No one cares. But,
yes, they actually, it's like, I remember, it's like they have tackled that kind of relationship before, but they're not like incredibly overt about it. They just show the normal relationship.
They're not kids, though.
That's it.
No.
They're not kids, though, right?
No, they're not.
Not in that short, no.
Yeah, so I see no problem.
Yeah, so they can tackle the topic just fine. It's when people start saying, "Well, this is what I think." It's like, then we go, "Yeah, you're retarded." It's not there.
Yes, it's when people go straight for death of the author to try to justify that. Oh, this gay. Oh, this is what I think it is. Like, no.
It'd be just as retarded for me to think the gay couple are heterosexual men that just really like each other.
Even without the death of the author, it's like, you're still invalid. It's still not true.
It's still straight up wrong.
Yeah, you're still just taking this out of your ass and shoving it in our face, and I hate it. Please,
and there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with two males or two females caring for each other and loving each other in a non-sexual way. It's a friendship, strong friendship. It's good.
They bang. It's over.
Yeah.
They don't just bang and it's over. That's the whole problem.
Now? They bang now.
That's the whole problem with these morons. That's all they want. They're fucking.
That's all they want. There are websites for that. Go to it.
So the inherent problem is.
I understand the storytelling is not as strong as these TV shows and movies, but I don't care.
The inherent problem is the term shipping and what it means to her and how she uses it, because to me it means romance. They're in a romantic relationship. It's like, no, they're not. If they're in a romantic relationship, that implies other things, like sex. So, yes, it would
be sex.
She probably should have defined what shipping is and why it's not sexual relation.
Define what shipping
she hasn't.
She doesn't have a definition. That's illegal.
Well, I hope she does soon.
This is why
she defined headcanon, but not shipping.
Yeah,
she's a demon.
I hope we get a definition.
And then define sexualization, because if you're going to put that in your title, talk about the topics you're actually mentioning, and so we're not lost.
Yeah, and how is a character queer coded?
As I was saying, shipping can occur with romantic comedies, and everyone understands what they're saying. Like someone says, "I ship these two characters because blah blah blah." You're like, "Oh, thanks, no problem. It makes sense."
Yeah.
It is a romantic. They are trying to get together, and that's the mystery of the story. What are they going to end up with? Who's going to win? Who's going to get the first kiss? Who's going to take them out on a date and reveal their feelings? Like everyone's guessing. Is they going to turn each other? And if that happens, is it going to turn her down? Is she going to turn him down? Are they going to meet the parents? Like all these crazy questions start. So this is normal. So we know, at least I know the crowd who reads this stuff because I read it, and I know what their reactions would be. With a Disney film, no, which is not about romance, then no. So. And usually in those romance stories with Disney, there's a love triangle or there's some sort of rivalry. You have Gaston.
No, you totally say it's the boy. It's Lucas.
No one ships like us.
No one ships like us. Yeah.
That meme better be in there by the time we're done.
Yeah, well.
I just gave you all the idea. Go ahead, do it.
Let's go,
please.
Time for characters below the age of 18, and you can't just stop at same-sex ships, as there are dozens among dozens of canon couples that fall below that age. No one should have to say this, but the world is a disgusting place, so I'm going to...
Wait a second. You just said it's okay. Now it's disgusting. What the fuck?
Okay.
Really?
Let's look at her design. Look at her fucking torso and her goddamn waist. This is ugly.
There is absolutely
unrealistic beauty standard.
It's like
it's fucking garbage.
I don't know if she learned to draw or she just assembled shapes together and then colored them.
Looks like MS Paint, honestly.
There's no outline. There's no border. There's no hard edge.
Yes.
Just absolutely nothing.
Look, you can interpret that there are outlines on this character. Okay.
No, there aren't. I'm sorry.
The colors do stop. Yes.
I'm sorry. No.
After a certain point, they do stop.
Fuck.
Die.
The world's disgusting.
Absolutely
Alright.
clear and say that you shouldn't be sexualizing kids, and if you are one of those people who do, I genuinely hope you get the crap beat out of you to the point of death. As
okay, easy, easy there, ladies. Holy, to the point of death? You want to kill people?
Wait,
who disagree with you?
Mocking? Okay, wait. Is she mocking?
No. She wants to kill pedophiles. Okay, that's
guys.
fine.
Do you understand what you just said? Let's hear this one more time.
Yeah, let's hear it one more time.
Of couples that fall below that age. No one should have to say this, but the world is a disgusting place, so I'm going to make it absolutely clear and say that you shouldn't be sexualizing kids. And if you are one of those people who do, I genuinely hope you get the crap beat out of you to the point of death as maggots eat your brain. And
okay, so she doesn't like the sexualization of kids, even though she ships Luca with...
She's literally shipping Luca in this fucking video, so I hope I hope you commit suicide after this video's done.
No, again, this might be
yourself to death and get maggots to eat your brain.
I'm not even, and no one can say I'm threatening her to kill herself. It's like she literally just.
You're using her words, yeah.
Yeah, no, not just using her words. It's like she literally described herself too. You are literally sexualizing Luca in this situation, you fucking moron.
Well, that's always the irony of pedophiles, you know?
If
pedophiles
I do it, it's right.
Yeah, but her argument is shipping isn't sexy. And I'm like, what else? If it's not sexy, if it's not sexualization of two people, what the hell are you talking about?
Then what the hell's the point?
Do they hold hands and laugh?
Define it. If you could define it, that would have been nice. That way we could all have a clear understanding what...
When two people are going out, what do you think is going on? They're just holding hands in public all the time?
And nothing else?
Asexual, homosexual.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
No more.
No more.
See, this is where we need to know her definition of of anything because she's just lost now. She's attacking herself.
Yeah, she has a fucking split personality disorder.
That's always that's always the irony. Because I've been watching a lot of the
Ruby?
Yeah, that too. They always think it's disgusting, but then they do it themselves. That's always weird.
she's trying to rationalize that what she's doing is not sexual. And
it's not. Yeah, there's a difference.
And if she doesn't give us the definition of what the hell she's talking about, we're all going, well, you're saying it's sexual. And if it's not sexual, what the hell are you talking about? What is romance to you, honey? What do you think? I don't know. What do you think having sexual feelings means?
She at least wants them to kiss.
What? How do you interpret Marvin Gaye's sexual healing?
Oh my god.
I'd love to see that video.
Anyway, this is getting creepy.
This bitch is creepy. What do you expect?
Slow, painful demise because you are the scummiest monsters known to this earth.
So
but
you.
Only an idiot like you would say that shipping equals sexualization. As awful as it is, there are people out there who do sexualize ships of minors, and it's horrible and wretched. But
That's what you're doing.
You can't just say that everyone who ships characters together is sexualizing them.
Yes, we can.
Well, not everybody's saying that though. It's just when it comes to kids, that's where it gets problematic. Because why? Why are you doing this?
So, lady. First of all, shippers who sexualize children, they're pieces of shit. But I wouldn't put them as the worst fucking things on earth.
I'm waiting for Veridis Joe to jump in here and give his definition.
There's way more. There's actual pedophiles.
I'm getting kind of tired.
That I'd rather we kill.
I'm getting kind of tired of her shtick. It's so scatterbrained. And
her visuals are giving me a headache.
Smudge, you just want someone to jump in and say the N-word, don't you?
Well, Veridis Joe will say the N-word. It doesn't matter. But I'm getting tired of her talk. I'm really getting tired of her voice. It's just she's not saying anything meaningful. There's no logical connection.
Let's go ahead for the segment.
It's so sweet and nagging, though.
Anyway.
Stretch from the actual truth, and you should be ashamed for even saying so. Believe it or not, there are children out there who are the same age as the characters in the movie, and they actually ship Luca and Alberto. Do you consider them pedophiles too?
Yes.
No. Then don't use that word so easily. I previously used
I will use
and
that
Adrian
word
as an example, but that's just one of the more popular ships from recent years. But there's also Star and Marco, who are both 15, Aang and Katara being 12 and 14, but you want to know the canon couple that's the real icing on the cake? Ferb and Vanessa are canonically dating as in the episode Act Your Age, with Ferb being 18 and Vanessa being around 24. Also, I don't want to hear, but they only started dating when Ferb was...
No. I don't know. I don't think he's 13 in that episode. No, that's a fantasy.
It's her opinion.
Damn it! Did anyone watch that episode? What is the context for that episode? I wish she would give it to us, but she won't. Because then her argument would fall apart.
I don't think dating a 13-year-old when you're 24 is a very good idea.
Yeah.
I think
it has to be a fantasy.
Yeah, but even implying that this is something you want to see is not a good idea.
Yeah. If this is a fantasy where it's like, it's the boy fantasizing the girl dating, I'm just like, okay. I guess it's the boy because he's naive. He doesn't understand things yet.
Yeah, at that point, it's like that's the whole like a boy meets girl kind of trope.
Yeah, or vice versa. Yeah, so it's like that's fine because we know they're naive. They don't know like.
Yeah, they're still figuring out things in life.
Exactly. But if you say they're dating and they bang now. They bang now.
No, it's not that. It's not that fucking quick, especially not in real life. It's like kids at that age still try to put all the pieces of life together. Still try to figure everything out.
I understand that teenagers are horny idiots. Let's be honest. It's just they are.
Yes,
it doesn't make it okay. We still don't want to see that. They shouldn't do that because they're making a bad choice. They should wait until they're of legal age.
Yeah, anyone that's been there, it's like knows like the trappings of that kind of going doing it too early, too fast, and it's like trying to. Would you assume you figured everything out in regards to that? But in actuality, there's so much more left to learn about it.
Yeah.
All right.
The fact that at that age you get carried away is what I'm saying. If you're not careful.
Okay.
Age. So what? On Ferb's end, he had a crush on Vanessa since he was 12. There's nothing wrong with him just having a crush on the cool, older chick, but she's too old for him. It's the exact reason why Wendy turned Dipper down in Gravity Falls, because she knew that she was too old for him. But it's different here, as Vanessa and Ferb are dating in the future, but it's not seen as strange or anything. Instead, I've seen...
He's underage
So it's in the future. They are now of legal age. So
also,
what is wrong with that then?
Their ages are much closer than people actually think.
Wow, that was so weird.
I mean, it's like they're closer in age than you think. Actually,
right, so we all agree being above the age of 18.
Did she like say 18 and 24?
Yeah.
That's like
Is it weird? Maybe, but it's still legal.
It's fine.
Not really. That's fine.
Yeah.
That is the most legal thing you can do.
Well, I mean, I don't know, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's just it's weird how she's wording things. She's saying, "Why do you have a problem when it's like legal consenting adults, but when it comes to minors, you have a problem?" Like, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. You know,
I just don't like that. You know, is that wrong for me to?
I don't know what she's trying to say. I'm just getting dumb. Let's keep going.
People think, hey, isn't that sweet they ended up together? Or how they're proud that Ferb got his girl. Like, this is actually weird, but that brings us back to why I even bring this whole point up. Either you're homophobic, or it's all wrong. You can have a crush on anyone at any age in your life. You can't just say, they're too young to be gay. That's sexualizing them. That's a load of crap.
You dumb bitch.
If you're saying they're gay, what do you think that implies?
Yeah, it's like, okay, we're not... you want to ship them. That is not a crush. That is something else. That is when you actually do the thing. Do the bajingas. Commit to it. Jump on top of each other.
I could have all
friendly.
the gay feelings for another man I want until I actually do the thing. It doesn't mean I'm gay. It means I have thoughts. And I can have thoughts about anything. When you are implying they're gay, you're saying you want them to be gay. It's like saying, I want them to go get me a sandwich. That is the function of my thought. I want them to go and do the thing for me. Why is this so difficult to grasp?
Bang, bang, they got them
down. I'm just... Like, what is homophobic? What? How does she define that?
If
like,
you don't
if I don't want
gay shipping or
kids doing gay shit, that's homophobic now. It almost sounds like what happened in California.
Yeah.
Wow, that's.
Anyway, so she's attacking people who think that we're homophobes for thinking that Luca is gay. Okay.
There's like a very easy escape from the argument. Just like call someone an ist and go on with your life.
You're a bad person.
You won the argument.
You are the thing I dislike in the world because you're not as left-leaning and retarded as I am. Therefore, it doesn't matter. Okay.
And I would know. One of my first ever crushes was on this girl in my art class in 8th grade, and I really liked her.
It's called a crush.
I would write her poems every day and give them to her by telling her they were from a secret admirer. I'd write things like how there wasn't enough paper in the world for me to describe her beauty and how sweet of a person I thought she was. My feelings weren't returned, and though I was sad about it, I never once regretted it because it made me so happy to see how much she enjoyed my poems, even if it...
I was a retard when I was smaller too. I wrote cringe poetry to this girl I liked, and she never returned my feelings. You weren't gay, honey.
I was trying to make a love song for this girl that I liked. It turned out horribly.
There's nothing wrong with liking someone. The difference is you didn't have sex, okay?
Yeah.
Oh god. It's like, yeah, the difference is like, oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, I don't think anyone would return her love. She looks like a fucking entity from hell.
I've heard
everyone knows. Like, I would also consider this a bit creepy when she keeps sending multiple fucking letters multiple times.
Yeah, that's the beauty of like being a girl, because you guys are just open about it, whereas guys, we have to. It's weird.
So it's like, yo, let's bang, okay?
I mean, I don't know how gay guys think, but I've just heard stories where like teenagers, they do it, and then it's like instant regret because pregnancy or something else. Like, this is not like, again, they should not just be doing it before they're adults. You gotta wait.
She's trying to rationalize her thoughts and feelings at a young age and saying there's nothing wrong with that. It's like, yes, you're right. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not saying you can't have, we're not saying you can't have thoughts and feelings. We are implying they're doing the deed.
Doing the thing.
Well, plus you're a woman. It's different. Like, what discrimination are you talking about?
If you really said they had a strong relationship or they were, good buddies, like, great, you're right. I think they do. I think they're great friends. They chum around a lot. You could have just said that, but no, you ship them. That's a very big distinction. Anyway, let's get to Veridis Joe, please, so we could hear him rant.
It's because she thought they were from someone else. I knew I wasn't straight ever since I was 14, and though I wasn't sure where I stood,
I knew I was fucked up ever since I was 14. That's what you mean.
Alberto and Luca aren't dating, which is a fact, but what's the harm in people choosing to believe that?
What? Do you understand the concept of dating, honey? All right? It's not hard.
What's the harm? It's kids. Unconsenting kids that don't know any better. That will cause complications. That's the harm.
Yeah.
Even just like the fact that like they see that those two kids in a Pixar movie, and it's the first thing that they think, like, oh, let's ship them. That's just like horrifying to me. And
yeah,
like, the fact that like she's like so oblivious towards that fact is incredible to me. How?
Yeah.
Because like this is normal for her.
Exactly, you're trying to rationalize, normalize this kind of behavior.
What do those boys do? Like, okay, they are not gonna have sex. That's like she clarified that. Are they not gonna kiss? Because like kissing is like also sexual, even though like it's not just sex. God.
Yeah.
Romance implies romantic feelings. So,
oh yeah, totally.
What do you think they're going to do in your mind?
How do humans work?
Yeah, how do these emotions and motivations work?
She's an alien.
It's all just chemicals.
Why do we date at all? What do you think the purpose of dating is, miss? To hold hands and call it a night?
Yes. And bang. Forget the bang.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to have sex. Well, what's the point of liking her then?
Yeah,
you always get the
You know what? It's like, what do you think the whole point of banging is? To procreate, to have children, to keep the human race alive. The hell do you think it's for?
You know what? Maybe it's a blessing that she's a lesbian. I wouldn't want her to get any of her genes in any kids.
There's still unfortunately there's still adoption, my dude.
Yeah,
but it's not genetic, It's potential.
Yeah, but they could ruin this.
Yeah, they could still pass down their bullshit ideals.
Let's just continue with the video. It's so stupid.
Yes, please.
They could fall in love with each other under different circumstances.
I don't know what is up with the LGBT community obsessing with wanting people to be gay. Like, if you have a character with someone of the same gender of them within a 5-mile radius, people just want them to be gay.
It's not the fact that people in the LGBT community is obsessed with making everything gay. It's more of a fact that we don't get a lot of positive representation.
He's absolutely right.
Wait a second.
Stop with the representation.
Because there's not enough gays in the stuff I watch, therefore I want them to be gay. Are you kidding me? This is your motivation?
I want them to be gay.
That's like looking at a baking show. There's not enough cookies in the cooking show. I wish all the spaghetti are cookies. You're like, no, that's retarded.
Yeah, but at least some of them are obsessed with making almost everything gay.
Yeah,
exactly. Like, why are so many comic book characters turning out to be bi or gay or lesbian or this or that?
The past fucking 10 years. What the fuck is happening? Like, all of them are just coming out. And, like, all of these people are, like, telling us that, like, well, this was planned out all along. Like, this was meant to be like this. Like, you couldn't see this coming? Like, what?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, back when my literal first gut reaction to when they said Spider-Man was bi, it's like, yeah, you go ahead and bring Steve Ditko back from the fucking dead and ask him if that was
Spider-Man?
The original 616.
How?
It's like my literal first reaction my literal first reaction is like, yeah, go ahead and bring Steve Ditko back from the fucking dead and ask him if this was planned or not. I doubt he'll say yes. I doubt it very much he'll say yes to that question.
Oh, yeah, believe me, he would. And I'm so tired of these people trying to hide behind, it's representation that, representation. Like, you are made up of so many things, right? Who you are as a person. You want to be represented, then go out there and be represented. Why do you need fictional characters to take away the fantasy of, like, interjecting ourselves?
As my favorite TED Talk host ever, Sam Hyde, has said, state-enforced homosexuality.
Okay, here's the fucking fact. If you are so desperate and in, like, dire need of being represented, then you don't deserve to be represented.
Yes.
Exactly. It's just I don't know. Maybe I had a high imagination, but as a kid, I would watch, play, read stories, and I would just naturally put myself in that place.
Exactly. Like, have a fucking adventure, and not like
self-insert. You little shit.
If these characters would fuck each other.
And representation doesn't matter when you're an adult, because as an adult, you're working, you're doing something, like, you're doing what you want to do. That's what doesn't make sense with these SJWs sometimes.
So if you want that representation, go out into the world and do it your fucking selves.
All right.
How hard is that? You want to be a female? You want more female chefs? Go out there and cook. Be a professional chef. Be the fastest you can. Be the most professional chef you've ever been in your entire life. I don't know.
Yeah.
Stop waiting for somebody else to do it for you.
All right. 10 minutes. Not even half done. Where's Joe when you need him, huh?
A movie like Luca,
don't worry, we'll probably get a
film to be able to capture
that'll make
our
us quit.
struggles and exploration so nicely, despite it not even trying to do so.
You have to be in some, like, love relationship with anyone around you. Like, let friends be fucking friends, please.
Look, obviously friendship can exist between people of the same sex and not everything has to be gay, but the same thing should go with people of the opposite sex and how they should be able just to be friends too, but sadly society...
Wait, so they're gay but they're still friends? What are you talking about? What do you want? What is she talking... She's just undermining the term. Is it shipping or not?
She also adds that, like, the ones with the opposite sex, if they have a relationship, like the normal relationships, like, that's also, like, bad because, like, it's, like, enforcing that, like, these characters should get together because of that. Yeah, there are, like, examples of, like, that going horribly wrong. Like, there's that Avengers movie, Age of Ultron, like, Hulk and Black Widow. That was fucking cringe. Everybody called that shit out. There's, like, multiple examples of that. It depends on the writing itself, and, like, enforcing, like, that, like.
What about the mighty gay?
Yes, the mighty gay. Goddamn.
God damn it.
Well,
Goddamn
I'm
the
sorry.
gays.
Day of Asgard.
I'm sorry. Our biology, you know, when we're friends with the opposite sex, that it's gonna be hard to stay friends.
But it's not
That doesn't
impossible.
mean that. Yeah, it's not impossible. You can still be friends with the opposite sex. It's possible. I've seen.
Yes.
That's why I don't like shipping. That's why I don't like shipping at all. I'm tired of it. It makes my brain hurt. It's like, no. Two people in the same room. No, yeah, they're banging. It's over.
Anyway.
They even got babies now. No.
Cool. Yeah, we're progressive.
yeah.
I'm glad you're represented finally.
Yes.
Doesn't see
Egyptians
it
are
that.
not represented
Anytime
enough.
I hung out with a guy
we
in
just
high
don't
school,
care.
there would be people who would just assume I only hung out around them because I liked them and not simply for the fact that they were my best friends.
Luca, from what I got out of it, and also as a heads up, watch this fucking movie. It's phenomenal. It's a story about how you should really not be afraid of who you really are. And also that in the end, you will have to give up some childhood dreams in order to really help yourself in the latter part of your life.
That's certainly one way to look at the movie.
No, that's
That is the way.
that is the
That
way.
is the way.
And that's what the director was saying, what the movie is about.
Yeah.
That's what the movie plays
What
out.
else do you need?
Movie. There's no
Okay,
contest.
here's the thing.
No,
Here's the
Mark,
thing.
you missed it earlier. She was going, oh, but I interpret it this way.
I interpreted they banged. That's not how I saw it. Like saying is the sky blue. It's like, no.
How I interpreted
Gay.
World War II was, well, totally different.
I interpreted that the Nazis won.
9/11
interpreted
was the
history
best day
different.
of my life.
That's
And it was
Hassan
also
Piker's
Pedros'
line.
birthday.
It was my birthday, the best day of my life. I blew a candle, I blew 2 buildings. What more can you wish for? Anyway.
I interpreted 9/11 as the critical race theory.
Can we not
And the
bring,
Pentagon
can we
was
not
the
bring
king.
that shit up?
Alright.
What was the
Okay. Alright. I believe I interpret myself as a salt bomb. I hold so much radiation, if I explode, everyone dies.
Pretty cool.
Chernobyl.
Oh, that's
right?
awesome.
I know, right?
Lord.
It makes sure nothing survives. Love it. Anyway, let's get to this fucking alien.
Especially
shit.
if you yourself got out of it, but you want to know another way you can look at Luca, like what I got out of it? Oh, just that it can be seen as a movie about 2 boys who would do anything to help each other to achieve their dreams because they love each other to the point where they wish to run away together because they don't want to be separated, and yet at the end of the movie, one of the boys lets his precious one go because he wants him to be happy, even if that means he can't be right by his side to see it. It's not stupid to have your own interpretation, and you want to say
None of
so
this is
proudly
gay
that the
so
creator
far.
said that
Yes,
Luca
it
isn't
is.
gay? Alrighty then.
Oh.
Well, here's some proof from Enrico Casarosa's own Twitter of saying that the movie is about accepting who you are in any way you may feel. Not only that,
Wait, is that the actor or is that the character saying that?
That's the director. Enrico Casarosa is the director.
Yes, but,
Yeah,
like,
but-
imagine a director of that caliber, of Disney even, that like he would just straight out say that it's not about gay stuff on Twitter. He would get cancelled to oblivion. And Disney would, like, next day would announce that, like, we will never work with this director again.
Yeah, because that's the climate we live in now. We
Yeah.
can cancel anybody, just saying, oh, I just don't know about, the gay. It's like, well, you're canceled now.
If Gina Carano couldn't get away by just saying out loud that, like, the Jews got the treatment what they got because they slowly like got the people to hate them, like that's what the quote was about, then she was like banned from, like, not banned, but like was fired from Disney right away. If that can happen, that what can happen to the children's cartoon director?
Mind you, didn't she get hired back again?
I think, like, for some other things she got hired back, and like some of the episodes got put back, but I'm not sure. I haven't been following that.
Again, it's a case of, like, does the actual work line up with what the director says?
Yes.
And the director already gave, like, 2 conflicting statements, which is, it's not gay, and then, oh, I guess you could see it gay. Like, already, you just know he's full of shit.
Yeah.
We're in the money.
I'm just reading his quotes. He's not saying it's about this or that. He's saying it's thinking about pre-romance age where friendship is just friendship, before boys and girls got into the mix of things. That was something I was interested in as well, because there's just that moment that maybe we're not thinking about boyfriends and girlfriends yet, which is really more about friendships. Okay.
That's the movie in the nutshell, yeah.
I don't get the problem.
Not only that, but here's him actively supporting people by liking their tweets related to the LGBT side of people who love.
Yeah, he could be nice to people online. Good for him. What's your point?
Luca. If the creator/director himself supports it, why do you...
Supports what?
He literally said you can be who you are no matter what you feel.
One tweet.
Something like that.
Let me go back.
Irrelevant.
Watch this fucking movie. It's phenomenal.
Want to be separated interpretation, and you want to say so proudly that the creator said that Luca isn't gay? Alrighty then.
They're
well,
not.
here's some proof.
Wait, what happened?
Accepting who you are any way you might feel different.
That's
Yeah, that has nothing to
the
do with
LGBT.
that has nothing to do with the movie.
In fact, he's avoiding the question.
Very diplomatic answer.
If
like,
like
I don't want to say more.
If a Nazi tweets at me and says we need to, I don't know, kill the black people, do I just press? Is me pressing like supporting that?
If you reply 9 million, then well,
I'm like, okay, if that's what you want to do with your life, go right ahead. I don't know. It's just, I think they overhype like just like what they mean by support. It's just, yeah, you can be friendly, you can be nice. You don't have to be a dickhead all the time, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you're a director, you want people to come in and watch your movie. Don't be a dickhead. Just come in and say, hey, you know, here's a movie, you might be interested. Yeah, interpret it this way, whatever. I don't really care.
Yeah, it's like
that's not showing like, what is support?
I wish we had Mr. Miyagi.
Anyway, let's go.
That's all I have.
Enrico has her own Twitter of saying that the movie people who love cares so much interpretations and doesn't care that people are shipping Luca and Alberto together. Heck, even the voice actor for Alberto, Jack Dylan Grazer, has stated in an interview that he thinks it'd be cool if they met up again in another movie.
Yeah, so he can get paid again and have another gig. Gee, I wonder why he thinks this.
Yeah, he can be a retard too. That's great.
Acting 101.
He's not doing the fucking movie. He's not writing it.
No, there's no
He's
call
just
me by
saying
your
the
name.
lines.
They're friends. Alberto and Luca are friends.
Yeah, and this actor is like, oh, it'd be cool. That's his. Well, yeah, he supports. Maybe he likes sexualizing children. I don't know.
So he's okay. He's saying they're just friends, and then he's like, yeah, I'd be okay with it if it were in fact the case, but it's not.
It's more like he's saying, you know, if they're consenting adults and they're gay and they hook up, okay, let's go for it.
The sequel, they're actually
dude, these kids should totally fuck right now.
This kid's a bad kid.
This is just the actor doing his job. I would like another job, please. Sure, I could play the same old character. Why not? I like money.
Yeah.
This sounds like when they approached like the solo writer, like solo Star Wars story, and he said like, yeah, Lando is pansexual, of course.
Bullshit.
I swear, these people just believe anything on the internet. It's just amazing.
He said this at that point.
The Earth is flat.
Yeah.
Because internet said so.
Because LGBTQ rights.
Yes. If you don't support my internet, I mean, if you don't support my view on Earth is flat, you're a homophobe or flatophobe.
You're a homophobe. You ain't black. You ain't a human.
He ain't a human. Well, she ain't a human. That's for sure.
Say
Maybe
goodbye to that man.
Biden. Who knows?
All right.
And fell in love. Y'all are really out here being so bothered about how some people consider this movie as an allegory for being gay when the director himself doesn't care that people see the movie in a way he didn't originally intend.
Oh my god. Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. Great.
Yeah, he doesn't care, but he said otherwise.
For an excuse to be homophobic by saying things like how everything the gay community does is sexual, and Luca is just another one of those examples. Another one of those examples is that recently Disney and Marvel confirmed that Loki is both gender fluid and bisexual, which is really great for the community, but I stumbled upon
That makes no sense! He was called the sun!
Oh, god damn it.
That in itself is stupid, because it can't be both. It has to be one or the other if you want to do that.
He was gender fluid and
what? Gender fluid and bisexual.
What the hell is gender fluid? It's non-binary, right? So how are you non-binary?
No, gender fluid
gay
means,
or not?
Gender fluid means...
My thing is, it can't be both. Because who the hell is both?
Gender fluid means,
Who the hell is I'm just saying, who the fuck is being represented with that? Nobody.
It wasn't like the writer for that was like specifically said that like she was looking forward to like write Loki to be that.
Yeah, I know. She didn't have any interest in making it.
Yeah, like
entertaining.
That's like your
story.
fucking purpose to write for a TV show. That like it's like good on you, buddy.
If you want to see, like, okay, Loki's confirmed that's great. The show is still garbage at the end of the day, and nobody really cares about it.
Yeah. No, like, I'm sorry. Why is he gender fluid? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Gender fluid and bi.
Because he can change shapes and forms, I don't know.
Yeah, gender fluid means like, oh shit, one day you're a woman, one day you're a man, another day you're a salt bomb about to blow up the universe.
Yeah, but the thing is, who's being represented with that? No one.
The salt bomb.
No one. Who the hell is being represented with that?
I'm a salt bomb. What are you talking about?
I don't know. The freaks that changed their identity.
I'm just saying, who the flying fuck on God's green earth is gender fluid and bisexual at the same time? No one.
I don't know. Let's just see where this goes.
Another thought by a guy who is very displeased on what's actually canon in the Marvel Universe. Mr. Dapto here says it's very disrespectful to the creator by making a character in His Guess is supposed to be straight, and in his words is changing Stan Lee's wishes without his agreement, and because of this makes it very messed up. But let me break it down for you, sweetie, since your simple mind can't be bothered to do your own research, and rather just use guesses as your argument, so let Papi Woggy do.
Bitch, you do guesses yourself. You're not even actually researching the information. You're not understanding the information that you research.
But internet God said so. You have to listen to internet God.
She goes, oh, well, here's the objective fact, but here's how I interpret it.
Oh my god. Yeah, yeah, okay, so Loki... What brought fucking... I don't care about bisexual. I care about, like, gender fluid more. It doesn't even make sense. It's because of like, oh, well, he's the god of deceit. So he's gender fluid because one time he's a woman.
You know what? Here's something that is objectively true about Stan Lee in terms of how he treated like the comic book stuff. He honestly didn't give a flying fuck what anyone did with the material as long as it was, first of all, good product and it made sense.
Yep.
We know that for a fact that's how he operated. And all the other creators, Ditko, Kirby, and all the others, as long as it was good and it made sense within its own universe, first and foremost, they didn't give a fuck after that.
No. Stan Lee totally wanted everything to be gay.
No fucking sense to do.
He promoted good writing. He wanted people to create new and interesting stories. So, yeah, if you wanted your characters to be gay or whatnot, go ahead and do it. Changing
Sorry, go ahead. No, keep going. Sorry.
Changing the existing stuff, like Spider-Man's bi now, or that Peter Quill is now bi. Changing these stories so that they can be gay and they can be non-binary or whatever. Like, it is going against what Stan Lee,
and Stan Lee and all the other creators, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's
absolutely.
Like, as opposed to the whole, like, stupid moment that comic book fans had over is like, oh, the new love interest in the new Spider-Man movies is titled MJ, even though it's nothing like the original character. You're right. She's not. She's a completely different character. She is a new character. All they did was give her the initials of MJ. What the hell does that have to do with Mary Jane Watson? Nothing. It's a new character that just so happens to have the initials MJ. What's the big deal? Even Stan Lee himself gave his blessing on that character. It's like, do whatever you want as long as it's good and fits with the story you're telling. He came out and said that.
Yeah.
Taskmaster is now a woman. We can't do the Mandarin because that'd be racist.
Not even that. Taskmaster is it's fucking mute. There's no personality.
Anyway, back to the video.
Woman now,
that like the Taskmaster actor is the body actor was male.
I honestly don't give a shit about them not doing.
You know what's funny too, Mark? They had two stunt doubles.
Seriously?
And they were both men. Yeah, they were both men.
Two male stunt doubles.
Literally gave it away, yeah. Just that alone gave it away. But at least the Mandarin twist in Iron Man 3 I can forgive, because they at least tried to do something different with it.
That was a good one, yeah.
It's just like
if the movie itself was kept like upbeat and like this jokey.
I was like, the Mandarin is like Osama bin Laden in this MCU. I was like,
well, that's part of it. You can see it that way, but it's like one of the themes of Iron Man 3 is keeping up appearances. And the twist of the Mandarin actually being the figurehead for the real villain's plan, I thought that was a pretty good twist at the end of the day. Because even in the real world, we know nothing is as it seems. Nothing is black and white. And it's fine. It's fine. It could have been better, but it's honestly pretty good as it is.
I think it's execution over the concept.
All right. Anyway,
it could have been better.
Yeah.
Let's continue.
there's no such thing. There's no such thing as nothing is black and white. There is the nigger and the white.
Oh, shut up, dude. Let's keep going.
British, why not come on? Whoa.
Let's keep. With that said, let's keep going, please.
I thought I heard Veridis Joe there for a moment. Okay.
All the work for you.
Let's keep going.
First, I'm going to lay down some rules. I'm going to try not to scream, and I'm going to have a civil conversation about this. A very opinionated conversation, but a conversation. Now, as you saw, Loki, it's said, is gender fluid, apparently.
Loki isn't just suddenly bisexual and gender fluid, not even just in the comics. In the original Norse mythology, it said they would often switch back and forth, either just for fun or
that
just
may
because
be true, but
that
may be true. It may be true, but in terms of what they're doing with the Marvel version, it's out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, I don't care what the original mythos was. Marvel has established this character many, many times over.
Even if it's the original, I doubt that they ever the Norse people who writing these. They would say like, "Yes, Loki is."
Mark?
Yeah, in this.
Hello, Mark.
We lost you there, Mark.
What happened?
Oh no! I killed him.
You murdered Mark. You bastard.
But anyway, it's like in terms
communism got him.
But the basic gist of it is, it's like, in terms of this particular interpretation of the character, the Marvel interpretation, it comes out of fucking nowhere. Yeah, it may be true for the original mythology, which I kind of doubt, but
these people don't give a shit about the Norse mythology. Thor Ragnarok exists, and they don't care. They don't. If they cared, they would have been good movies.
All right.
I mean, did they give the comics Thor the fucking endgame gut? No, they didn't.
Anyway.
Father and a mother on occasions, meaning he's both a certified DILF and MILF. A 2-for-1 special, if you feel me. Wonk, wonk. Also, Stanley had stated before that he didn't care what happens as long as they continue to write good stories, and in his opinion, they do.
You see?
The only thing he wanted from what I've seen about his characters is that he wants Peter Parker, the original Spider-Man, to stay straight. Besides that, he didn't mind having other characters that are gay.
Now, I have to disagree with this. You can call me homophobic, you can call me transphobic, you can call me anything you want under the sun. You can even tell me to go kill myself for all I care. Okay? I couldn't give a fuck. Let me just break it down for you, nice and gently. 1, it is disrespectful to the creator of that character to make that character who was presumably straight, I'm guessing, I'm gonna take a wild guess here, alright? And I think my guess is right, that the character was straight, and this is the point that I'm trying to make, alright? Second, if you want to have a gay supervillain, or a lesbian supervillain, or
Make
a
a new
non-binary
one.
supervillain, or a non-binary fucking superhero, or a non-binary fucking whatever, or a gay superhero, or a lesbian superhero, yeah? That's fine. I don't care. Most of us actually don't give a fuck. We want the younger
Guy's a
LGBT
hero.
community to understand what it was like for us to grow up with superheroes and idolize them. For instance, me, I love Batman. But imagine if Bruce Wayne was gay. It wouldn't fucking work now, would it? Yeah? Captain
No, it
Marvel
wouldn't.
is another example. Yeah? Example, sorry. My English diction's fucked today. Example. Lesbian in the movie, but nowhere in the comic books is she gay.
I'm starting to think you haven't actually read the comics, but if you
Wow.
Wait a second. Which comics?
Honestly,
Don't you dare bring up comics that came out after this guy's
Let's
discussion.
hear what
That
she has to
doesn't
say. Let's hear. I want to know
no,
what she's
but I
talking
want to
about.
say,
Yeah, let's
that
go,
guy,
keep going.
what that guy
Let's
says.
keep going.
Okay, but
Yeah,
that
he's
guy,
right.
that was fine. There's no problem. What is the problem?
Yeah, let's keep.
And she's
yeah,
gonna
let's
make
keep,
she's gonna make a big deal. Yeah. Anyway,
let's keep
How
going
you
to
been
find
choosing
out.
the ones you want to read, despite your claim of not caring if there are any LGBT heroes. You use Captain Marvel.
No, he didn't. Oh, good lord.
He didn't
as
say he
an
doesn't.
example of making characters
Yeah.
that weren't originally gay in the comics gay, but you have failed to realize that Carol isn't the only Captain Marvel. Back in 2003, Volume 5 of Captain Marvel, they introduced a character named Fela Vale, and she had a girlfriend named Moondragon. But you want to know what alias she went by for
This
a
do-
while? Captain
this-
Marvel.
this doesn't
Meaning
matter.
There should be no issue combining aspects of different Captain Marvels.
That's
such
a different
as Fela's
character.
sexuality.
Sorry.
yeah, but it's a
This-
different
That's a different
character.
character.
Yeah.
Completely different person. It is irrelevant because we are. Whenever this comes up, we are all referring to Carol specifically because she's the current one.
Carol, Shazam, or we're talking about the original
Anyone-
Captain Marvel, who was a man.
Yeah, Billy Batson. Yes.
It's like saying,
Well,
well,
not,
you
no,
know,
not
this-
Billy Batson. No, there was a in the Marvel. It was a guy originally, wasn't it?
Yeah, Marvel. Yeah, but he was a fucking alien for God's sake.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Marvel. They
Yeah,
didn't
aliens.
try to make him more. It's like which ironically the reason is he's so memorable because of the story where they killed him. Pretty good story in my opinion, by the way. But it's like whenever we bring up the woke shit when it comes to Captain Marvel, no matter where you look, we are always referring to Carol because Carol is the one they're using to push this crap.
Anyway,
And that is very unfortunate.
Into Carol's storyline.
Yes,
I
there you
would
go.
also like
Please
to
do.
add that Dapto has made a video saying that he can admit when he's wrong, but here's the thing, you never would have had to apologize if you actually just looked up the information before making your first video. It would only have taken
Your
a quick
information
Google
is
search and you would
false.
have known you were wrong. But that doesn't really matter. Despite admitting he was wrong, Dapto doesn't even feel the least bit of shame about it, and he still stands by what he said. Dude, you were
Yeah,
because he's
arguing
right.
in your comments section
Because
the
he's
day
right.
after you posted both your original TikTok and your apology about how Stan Lee didn't create the Norse myth that is Loki, but did create the Norse god that is Loki that's part of the Marvel Universe, which doesn't make any
It doesn't make any sense. It's called creative liberty, you fucking moron.
Look, I'm sorry, but the guy is not wrong. Okay,
That you
like
did.
we're talking
That,
about MCU.
we're talking about Marvel in general. It's like, how are you going to say that he didn't create the version of Loki that's in Marvel? Yes, he did. That's the whole point of trying to. Yes, he did. He created the Marvel version of Loki. Plain and simple. He did. They did. The people back then that wrote the comics in the 60s, they did. Yes, they created that version. Don't you dare say that they did. That they didn't. Fucking.
And what is information to you, lady? It's like you interpret whatever, apparently.
Yeah, you're the one here misconstruing everything. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
That's
I'm
like
talking
saying,
about her, by the way, not you.
that's like saying
Nah.
changing Green Lantern's the original one Green Lantern's personality or character assassinating him, and then like your counterclaim is like, well, there was another Green Lantern, and he was black.
the parallax thing.
Oh, John
Stewart.
But then that's a whole different situation. But that's not even that's a matter of just that's just a matter of like psychological condition, not anything that we're talking about here in this video.
Or like, you know, it's like Green Lantern's gay, and then they give you another Green Lantern character.
No, it's like as bad as that transition from Hal to Parallax was, that story made it very fucking clear that he simply broke. His mind broke. He went insane when he lost. What was it, Coast City? He went insane.
I'm not talking about that specific. I'm just talking about like in general, hypothetically, if like they character assassinate him without reason, or he becomes gay, and then like you find her saying like, oh well, there's this other Green Lantern who's like that, so it's okay now. It's like, you know.
Well, I'm just saying the whole parallax. No, you're right with all of that, but I'm just saying that there was a situation where they character assassinated someone for no fucking reason. But at least in the case of the Parallax sub-arc versus the shit we see now, at least in universe, it made sense for him to become Parallax because he lost everything. He broke. He went insane because he lost everything. Now, did people like it back then when that first happened? Hell no, because it came out of nowhere. But in universe, it made sense, at the very least.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
Still waiting for Veridis Joe to pop in, but, you know, I got hope.
Oh, poor Smud.
Yeah.
Any sense. You seriously don't know how to explain your arguments because, again...
Oh, this lady asked about arguments.
Ironic.
It's funny.
Wow, that's rich coming from you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Great Loki. And the Loki that we do have in both the comics and the MCU is heavily influenced and based on the actual Loki from Norse mythology. All I'm gonna say is that if you were really truly sorry, you would take down your TikTok since it's full of misinformation based on your bias.
You literally just said that.
You should take down your video for the misinformation you spread about Luca.
You literally said that Marvel didn't create the version of Loki in the Marvel comics. Yes, they did. You are wrong there. They didn't create the original Loki. Obviously not. They obviously didn't create the Loki of the mythology. They created their own version based on it.
Yeah, but I just want to use her logic for a moment. Just like, well, we can interpret it however we want, you know? Because our headcanons, it's fine, you know? It's just... Oh, boy, this woman.
Bullshit. Yeah. Fuck.
We're gonna use this one, and we're gonna make fun of this individual, and we're gonna attribute that to everybody that doesn't agree with us. Yeah, okay. I see where this is going.
All right.
But the thing is, I already know you because it's your most liked TikTok, so it's very obvious you'll keep it up. But hey, you can always prove me wrong by taking it down.
do it for clout.
Even explain again why
Good.
you still stand
People
by
agree.
what you said, as I wouldn't mind that at all, as I'm always open to debate when you have the evidence to go with your arguments.
Sorry, is she
I'm
lesbian?
always open to
Whatever. Is she lesbian? Do you understand the irony now and why we are so frustrated? Do you understand how fucking rude it is? Like, do I really have to talk like this to get through to your skulls? I'm not trying to be a fucking dick, but it's immoral what you're doing. Sorry. You're supporting something that's fucked up. Not because it's gay, but because of the fucking morals behind it, and I need you to understand.
Before I continue this video, no, I did not cut
God,
it
this
off.
guy's a hero,
TikTok
man.
just ended really abruptly like that. But anyway, get off your high horse. Like, the fact that you even have to begin your video with saying how you're gonna try not to scream shows how much the idea of having an LGBT-focused character bothers you. And if you really want to prove a point...
He was very clear on how he doesn't care what the sexuality is. He's very clear on that.
He's more frustrated with people like you who want to attack everybody just for disagreeing slightly.
And who wants to gayify everything.
Yeah, and bitch, you're the one that brought up the quote about Stanley not caring what they do with anything so long as it's good. Our problem is not that it's gay or whatever. Our problem is that it's absolute shit and makes no sense. which are the very two things that the old Marvel of the 60s and 70s was founded on, that it was good, that it would be good and made sense. The woke shit now doesn't fall under either of those. It's shit, and it makes absolutely no fucking sense. So that's the real problem right there.
Okay.
You need to show evidence for your claims, otherwise you're the one who's going against the himself as stated before he tragically passed away. Dapto says he's not homophobic, but with how he reacted and the way he stated his claims, it's very apparent that he
says he has no problems with any of that.
Mm-hmm.
He even says most of us don't give a shit, and he's right. We don't really care.
Yeah, and you can call us whatever. We're not, at the end of the day. You just want to pretend like we are so that you can pretty much shoot us in the back of the head once that law goes
away. If her argument is representation, then where's the heterosexual represent? Like, we're not getting enough heterosexual representation. Like, no one says that. It's not because that's all there is. It's because we don't care. We don't think of it like that. We don't even think if Luca is attracted to what's her face and he wants to be with her sexually. Like, we don't even go that route. You are the people who are having these weird thoughts for whatever reason.
Yep.
For a movie about kids trying to have fun and explore the world.
His own words, is very frustrated over the fact of how messed up the morals behind it are. When in actuality, he's just frustrated that the characters he supposedly idolizes aren't straight.
No, you're twisting his words.
No. What she means is, joke's on you. I don't have morals. Ha.
Yeah, I don't believe a thing you said. Actually, everything you said was the opposite. It's like, no, it's not what he said.
Remember, it's open to interpretation what we can
I'm just going to say,
from...
I think 2 + 2 is 4, but what he's really saying is he thinks it's 5. He's like, no, he doesn't think that.
He's mad that 5 is not straight or something.
What a bizarre...
My brain melted.
We hear someone explain himself. Oh, he's just angry. It's like, yeah, he told us why he's angry. The exact
He's not
opposite
even angry.
reason.
He's frustrated. You know, like how? When does it stop? This is a question. When does it stop?
Anyway.
His video isn't much better either, and if y'all really want to look at them, I'm going to provide links down below to the videos I've been talking about. But I cannot stress enough when I say
cool,
this.
I'm going to follow this guy.
Attack or
the videos that prove you
wrong I've mentioned in this video. You can comment your thoughts and debate as much as you want in their comment sections, but be civil about it, because you should never go after others by calling them untrue names that can be harmful for their reputation.
It's the same bullshit over and over.
Wait, you're doing that, bitch. What the fuck?
You were doing that earlier, threatening the lives of people that disagree with you.
Yeah,
she threatened the lives. No. She threatened people like herself.
Where is Veridis Joe? I'm getting really tired of this.
She's just putting a shield around her. Oh, I'm not a bad person. I'm not threatening.
Sorry, don't sexualize them, but I want them to have sex.
But want them to bang. It's like, fuck no, fuck that.
Okay.
Was that Veridis Joe? Did you skip?
I don't know. I'm skipping ahead. I'm getting tired of this.
Is this finally Veridis?
Let's find out.
Fucking banger. But although I'm not here to praise the movie for minutes on end, but I'm here to address a problem among the viewers who watch the movie Luca. And that problem would be about how people find it normal to disregard other people's interpretation about the movie. Turns out...
Why? Why not? You guys are retarded. You have no evidence, and you're making shit up. Why is that a problem to disregard those ideas?
Wait, what happened?
Imagining this kid right now, in that still screen, he just jumps off and literally splatters on the ground right now.
Oh, so Veridis Joe's in favor of this bullshit. Well, fuck him too.
Oh, is he on already? Oh, shit.
I don't know.
Why is my video frozen?
I'm not sure who this is.
Is this Veridis Joe?
I don't think so, no.
Hold on,
okay.
I'll double check.
Right.
Anyway.
People believe that the story of Luca is all about coming out, and many people disagree, and by people, I mean your typical, I'm angry at the world, and I don't like anyone who has the opposite opinion than I do. Despite the creator of the movie doesn't give a shit what others' interpretation of the movie is like.
Yeah, good for him. So do I. I don't care what you think.
Okay.
It's when you explain yourself, and you sound insane.
Let's put it this way. Hey, I don't give a shit what you interpret. You're wrong. I don't give a shit you think 2 + 2 = 5. You're wrong. you're objectively wrong. I don't care if you interpret it that
said
way.
They're not gay, but interpret it whatever. You fucking morons. That's what he's saying. That's what he wants to say, but he can't say it because he's under contract with Disney, and Disney would.
Yeah, no, I don't think this isn't Veridis, Joe.
No, it's not.
Niggas still somehow finding a problem with it.
Looked up the
talking
channel.
about the creator said that they are gay.
Well, he hasn't said the
Shipping
N-word
kids,
game,
they
man.
make you a pedophile. Like, damn, bro. You must be enforcing the law like a champion. Like, here, take this. But for real, there are some people who actually don't respect or appreciate the idea that these two characters see each other as more than just a friend. Like, for me, I did see it as a cool, friendly relationship, but I do see Alberto give out more emotion for Luca in the movie since he was.
So you're being manipulated into thinking that they are much gayer than you thought. That's great. Awesome.
The first ever person he has gone with ever since, you know, spoiler alert, his father left him. The way I saw the movie is how you gotta follow your dreams no matter how others think about it. I didn't really see anything else, but I can 100% see how people interpret the relationship of Roberto and Luca to be an actual growing relationship. Where Alberto has feelings for Luca. There's nothing wrong with that, honestly. I think it should be very normal for the to have
there isn't wrong with
movies,
that.
comics,
That's not what's happening, though.
I mean, I'm sure everyone else sees it as that, but if it's with two males liking each other, man, oh man, people are so obsessed with shipping these two male characters. It's like you see one side of a community, you already make the assumption that that group is toxic, which is very unfair to say because you're practically just calling a group of people who think differently cringe, weird, and extra stuff, you know, to make it seem like they have a problem. These be the same people to be like, it's just a movie, but care enough to debate about how they aren't gay. Like, bro, who cares? I think I understand your position, but you're a cis straight male, and
what the?
I don't know if I can take that. Oh shit, my bad.
Where is Veridis Joe? I came here.
This is kind of dumb. Let's just keep going.
They're just repeating themselves.
Let me try here. Okay, 24 minutes, 40 seconds.
People
Did she
like platonic relations into romantic
there
queer
he
ones
is,
because
our
of the
favorite
lack of normal
N-word.
queer rep. This looks like young friendship, but young friendship from experience also looks like young love. These are little kids. When I crushed on girls my age, when I was his age, just getting into.
What the hell is he talking about? How is young friendship young love?
It's not.
It's not.
You can think it's that, but it's not.
Oh my god. Everything is.
Why is he showing an episode of Clarence? Are they gay too?
Yeah, I guess. Okay, I gave you a tape. We're banging now. It's over. You're mine. Sex play.
It's not just one event. It's this continuing thing that we keep seeing in media everywhere. It's not just the one occurrence.
He pretty much admitted it. Any friendships we find is like considered love. Relationship.
Love, yeah.
It's like, yeah.
So any love with your parents, it's also a romantic relationship too.
There you go, incest.
Yeah. Okay. Brothers, sisters, cousins.
Nope. We're banging. All bang.
You want to bang everyone.
Ruby and Yang are sisters. They hugged. They're banging. It's over.
Our relationship with our teachers, counselors. Okay.
Anyway,
Cool.
It's all about banging.
Let's keep going.
Middle school, I didn't know the first thing about romance, so I probably would have just been doing the same shit I did with my best friend with her. So we would have been doing a lot of Power Rangers role play in the playground yard.
What?
Yeah, I was one of those kids. I mean, they're kids. They're little tiny people. So while I personally ain't invested enough to ship these two, it's completely valid for anyone to do so. Because not much would change considering how young they are. Motherfuckers be like, oh my god, they're turning everything gay. As if like everything wasn't straight for like the last couple of 100 years. Oh my god, gay people exist and they want to be properly represented in modern mainstream media? Oh my god, what is this, 1984? Yeah, big fucking surprise, bro.
Just
all right. This is just. Let's just stop. Let's just stop.
This is the most retarded thing.
We're right there. We might as well finish it, goddammit.
No, we're done. Alex, say the Japanese don't try to force their ship to be canon. Thank you, Alex. It's true. The Japanese just make their content, call it a day. They're happy. They know their audience.
Jesus, man.
No. It's like, here's the thing. Fucking Mongoloid piece of shit, Mongolian.
No, let's not. No, I don't want to trip at the 1 yard line. Come on.
Veridis Joe,
the nigga. Oh man.
Veridis Joe. Habibi, Zingi. Habibi Zingi Habibi, okay?
Alright, are we at stream?
Oh god, did he even say the N-word? Oh my god, I didn't even...
No, I don't think he did, no.
Alright, here's
no, he did.
guys.
He did. Like, big surprise, nigga.
Holy jeez, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is this?
Also, I saw that in the suggestions. No, we're not doing a death battle on Smudcast, you fucking...
Alright.
Someone actually suggested a death battle for Smudcast. I'm just like, no!
Here is Jackpot 8338. I can't watch today's live stream, but I'll watch it later. I saw the word sexualization again in the title. Here's a funny sexualized scene of No More Heroes 2.
Oh, clearly, yeah.
Oh god! Oh god! The GIF on my phone is timed with the stream. What the fuck?
Oh man!
How many
You
times
activated my lightsaber?
am I going to have to bring this meme back? Basic human interaction,
katana. Excuse me.
shippers, and is this secret relationship? Yes.
No, it's not.
This is pretty accurate. I think that's probably the meme of the show is just, yeah, these people do not understand human interaction. When Snuggle Thighs finds two kids being friends. Oh, they bang now. They bang now. They bang now. Yeah.
Oh lord, this one's a biggie.
Somebody should make a compilation of like just people banging.
Oh my god.
Yep, they've always been banging.
Hypocrisy. 15, 16-year-olds. This is effing disgusting. How dare you make teenage girls feel sexually targeted like this? They are underage and should not be wearing horrendous paces of
Wearing
clothing.
horrendous pieces of clothing that show off their body.
Their body. My baby's so hot, lol.
What?
Deku my life.
Meanwhile, the two men still 15 to 16.
Yeah.
And they treated it completely fucking opposite because it's men.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Complete
Forrest.
and utter hypocrisy.
A268. Rigby. Yeah. Can we just get nuke coding already? Nuke coding, yeah. Two shippers
just launch
have a
the
positive
nukes
interaction. Two characters have a positive interaction. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Two characters
It's what
have
I
a
like.
positive interaction. Shippers. Oh yeah.
Two fictional characters
What
exist.
I like.
They better start having babies.
No. No.
They better start having
they're
babies.
Oh, thanks, Joe.
They
That's
can
a
poop it out.
great
What
move
can
there.
I say except you're welcome?
What can I say except
Why?
Shippers. Everyone else.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I remember that episode. That was the first episode.
Yeah, this is pretty much how the ladies operate.
That was the first episode of that show. Sonic, what was the move called? The Sonic Boom. Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Oh.
The shippening was made to make fun of Gumball fan base and kids OCs. Changed my mind.
The hell does Gumball have to do with any of this?
Wait, what? Gumball?
Yeah, I don't know where this.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck?
These are from
Gumball
Gumball episode The Shippening. Really?
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, that's the shippening. It's like what the what the hell does that have to do with
What
this
is
shit?
what is happening here?
Did they make fun of that? That's funny.
Oh!
Ah.
No.
All the boys in the world become homos. I don't know, man. Seems kind of gay to me.
I mean, I don't know. Look what happened to Filthy Frank.
Oh, sorry to throw a Ruby meme.
What is all this Bumblebee stuff? Me
sorry.
and Blake aren't together. We're friends and partners. Bumblebee is my bike, and Blake is with Sun. I don't understand this.
Yang Spike.
Can't two people be friends in this show now? Apparently not.
No, that's illegal. They bang now.
They bang now. Fuck you when you bang now. They don't.
This
bang.
story is clearly about people loving each other regardless of who they are, she says, looking like she's about to rape a child.
Oh my god.
I think anything about her appearance is questionable. We just look any part of it. It's like, what is that?
She's a fucking demon. She's a demon.
Like when you learn how to draw, you actually have to draw with a pencil. It leaves a mark. You don't just color.
No, you know, when I was like a kid, like I don't know, 8 years old, I used to make the torso look like a fucking nail. Then I grew up, was like, oh, this is retarded. I shouldn't draw like that. And then, you know, I improved it. To her, it's like, no, this is fine. This is fun.
That's good.
No, yeah, this is funny.
The two heroes.
You know what completes this? If you have Woggy being Yamcha.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Anyway,
that's it.
I'm gonna go follow those guys now, so I can be more based than ever.
That was pretty bad. Like that was just childish, stupid.
Why? Well, what'd you learn?
Learned everything.
People
anyone
cannot listen to the other side. Like it was like she was listening to his words and not actually understanding them. It's like, okay, can you hear what's going on in his mouth? There's words coming out. There's logic and thought behind him. You have to interpret that. No. He's just being Hippocratic because he was screaming. He got angry. It's like
neither of them were screaming. They just stated their points, and that's it.
Yeah.
Straight people have always existed for 100 years, and we're mad about that.
Yeah,
but you can't get mad at our gay agenda, okay?
It's like there were silent people. It's like there weren't silent people 100 years ago. What is this? 1987?
Oh man.
Yeah, that was sad. I gotta say, that was another sad video of just young, crazy,
absent-minded,
crazy girl with this artwork. And what the hell is she trying to say?
Crazy and dead wrong.
Yeah, because like our video is way off. Like, why did it take so long just to say what you gotta say? You're basically repeating yourself, and I don't know why Veridis Joe and whoever the other guy was at the end. Like, I don't know. If you're gonna collab, it should be in the middle, maybe. And
Mike Testa just released another meme, and it's beautiful. And it's wholesome. It's legendary.
Oh.
Yeah, please show it, please.
Crease Salon shipping is gay and dumb. Now I'm off to bomb Ruby to make new lore. Hiya.
Teresa, the shipping is gay and dumb. Now I'm off to bomb Ruby and make new lore. Hiya.
Okay, send it for.
I don't know what you guys are doing.
Wax off.
I'm glad you're having fun though. Anyway, thank you guys and gals for all the wonderful memes and all the crazy times we just spent watching this weird video. I'm going to leave my comment and hope she grows up. I highly doubt it, because words, what do they mean anymore to these people? Apparently not much. So.
What is reality, really?
What is reality? Baby, don't hurt me.
Ugh.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't know what.
Keep the sessions coming. I think we're doing a thing on the 400th episode of Smudcast where we're going to be looking for suggestions for topics to cover. And if there's a certain topic you want us to cover, or you know someone who wants to cover a topic with me, we're going to go one-on-one for the half an hour to an hour talking about that topic. And I don't know how we're going to do that. I was trying to message Mateus about that. He didn't get back to me. But if you want to start a chat, I don't know, pick a channel. I should probably make one just for that. About topics to cover for the 400th episode. Please do so. And if you can recommend someone to come on and talk with me about it, that would be great, because I'd like to at least plan it out and schedule it with everyone, so we can always have some structure.
So can always kill them if they disagree.
So.
Oh, nice. 400. That's awesome.
Yeah, thought we'd do
3
that.
days away.
So keep it coming. Keep the sessions open, and we'll talk to you guys real soon. Bye-bye.
Don't be stupid.
Bye.
Yay.